Not very far from here. Farm's down that way. The king of smoke right here, folks, is the lane. Digging fever!
Are you looking to build your brand's social media presence, target new customers, while increasing your sales and awareness? As a longtime enthusiast of truck and tractor pulling, and the owner of the Beer Money Pulling Team, my goal is to put more eyeballs on the sport of truck and tractor pulling and grow the sport through our social media presence and motorsports team. Starting in 2012 and now amassing over 1.3 million followers across Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, we use our daily social media content to continue to grow the sport of truck and tractor pulling while growing our team's fan base. Truck and tractor pulling started in the 1950s and is known as the world's heaviest motorsport. The goal of truck and tractor pulling is to determine the strongest machine and the best driver by seeing which machine and driver can pull a 30,000 pound sled the furthest. This sport draws between 5,000 to 20,000 fans in person and thousands more online. Between our weekly Facebook Lives that draw an average of 30,000 viewers and our daily posts that have reached over 43 million people, I want to personally help you reach our highly engaged audience and tap into the world's largest social media following in the sport of truck and tractor pulling. We have sponsorship opportunities with a wide range of options that can meet your brand's goals and a full-time social media coordinator who is responsible for making sure your brand content is posted accurately. If you're watching this video and you're looking for an opportunity to reach the everyday American, give me a call at 608-604-5068. Welcome, everybody. It's Monday night. Let's go pulling. Obviously, our first guest tonight is Steve Shackelford. We're talking about the Show Me Shootout Truck and Tractor Pull in Warrensburg, Missouri, this Saturday night at 6:30 p.m. And I want to take the poster off so I can show everybody's face. I have all the pretty people covered up. All you can see is Steve and myself, so that's not fair to everybody. There we go. There's the whole gang. So Charles Post joins us every Monday night. Tractor pulling announcer, photographer, has a great OnlyFans page, but it's pay-per-view only, so I apologize to everybody for that. Steve Shackelford up in the top right corner, our promoter, our first promoter tonight from the Show Me Shootout, Warrensburg, Missouri. Bottom left corner, Big Ryan Roos Sink, and the bottom right corner, Paul Romack. Steve, welcome to Let's Grow Pulling, and we want everybody watching tonight to tell all their friends and family members and coworkers and cousins and Uncle Billy and everybody about the big show in Warrensburg, Missouri this Saturday night. All I've heard about is your facility. Roos, have you ever been down to Warrensburg? I have never been there.
Several times. And
okay. Tell me about this facility, Ryan.
No, I'm going to let Steve do that, but I'm going to say that every rumor you've ever heard about that facility being great is true. But Steve, you tell him you built it.
We have a fantastic facility. We have pulled for 30 years. We have been all over the Midwest pulling our tractors and trucks and supporting the sport. So we had a lot of locations to look and follow through. And we have wonderful dirt to work with on our track. We have a great facility, lots of parking, lots of amenities. We're close to a fairly large town, and all the ingredients are here.
You said it's been 30 years. Were you part of it when it first started out 30 years ago?
No, we pulled with some local associations 30 years ago. We had an old 2-wheel drive pickup that we literally had to cut a tree down to get it out of the hedgerow and start working on it to make it go down the track. And we did, and here we are today, just still kind of going at it.
So what was your vision to make this a reality? Like, what did you see in this event that said, I want to be a part of it, I want to make this grow and believe in it and promote that?
Well, we had an event here for several years. Joe and I promoted it by ourselves and kind of kept it small, something we could afford. And then approximately 6 or 7 years ago, I mentioned to Doug Roberts, I said, hey, I think that we got a good enough facility. We could host a 2-day event. So I started talking to some of the folks in the area. We had bankers, insurance agencies, farmers, contractors, electricians. And when we started this, we had 20 members. And our goal was to have a 2-day show in Warrensburg that would compare with the events in Ravenna, Rock Valley, and Wisner. And so that's what we did. We raised some money and we got after it. We built a VIP tower. We put in underground wiring. We tiled our track. We built a VIP tower, and we just went at it. And Mother Nature has not been on our side, I guess is about all I know to say.
Well, no, Mother Nature can it can really, really hurt you, Steve. I dealt with it for years in Richland Center, and I finally gave up. And my buddy, he tried doing it again, and it was nice all day, and it rained at 5 o'clock on him. So this last weekend, so it's just sometimes it's just bad luck. Yeah, our very first year, Jason, it was 107 degrees on a Friday night at 7 p.m. Oh, and then the Saturday night event, it was 103 at 7 p.m. and a good wind. And then a couple years later, we were still trying to have a 2-day event, and a hurricane came in the Gulf of Mexico, and we had rain insurance. We had a good bit of rain insurance, and it drizzled. And when I say drizzle, it would have struggled to get your shirt wet, but it drizzled for 8 or 10 hours, starting about noon. And everybody's got a sob story, but we didn't get enough rain to collect insurance, but we got enough rain to have to cancel the show. And that kind of took the wind out of our sails at that point. Yeah, no, it's hard on you. That's honestly the worst case scenario is because everybody's got a smartphone now, Steve, and they can see the radar. And if it goes north or south of you and you still have the event, a lot of people didn't come because it looked like it was going to rain. And that's the worst thing for a promoter, Steve. So again, if you're just joining us, it's Monday, July 25th. We're talking with Steve Shackelford. He's the promoter of the Show Me Shootout in Warrensburg, Missouri. This Saturday night, the Outlaws are going to be there at 6:30 p.m. I'm going to be down there with the Remedy. I'll throw the poster up here on the screen. If any of you have been to Warrensburg, Missouri, please type into the comments. Or if you're planning on coming this year, please type in the comments. I'll put those up on the screen. As Ryan led off with the show, Steve has an amazing facility, and we are just trying to fill those stands up with a lot of happy pulling fans. And that's what it's all about. It takes a lot of promotion to put all this on. So these are classes that Steve's having this Saturday: super modified 2-wheel drive trucks, diesel 4x4 3.0 trucks, limited pro stock tractors, that's the 4-1s, light super stock tractors, modified tractors, pro stock 4x4 trucks, and pro stock tractors. And their sponsors are Foley Cat, Cliff Harris of Warrensburg, that's the Chrysler dealer there, Hammond's Roofing, ADM, and Warrensburg Ford. And I'm sure there's some other promotion sponsors as well, Steve, but those are the ones that we put on the poster for you. So yes. Well, so what's the best year you've had for attendance? Has it been in the last couple of years, or When's the last time that place has been full and made you happy?
The last time this place was full, Jason, was before we brought on our big group and started. We had a crowd of about 2,500 people back when we had a one-night show and 5 or 6 classes. We had a fantastic show. We've not been able to follow that up still today.
Because of weather, though.
Mostly because of weather, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So, are there any competing pulls in the area Saturday night that can pull a crowd from you?
No, not this year. We tried to work a Friday night last year, and it worked very well. It really did. But there's just so many things going on: college football, high school football, the Lake of the Ozarks, and it's difficult. So I don't know. We're going to go back to a Saturday. A lot of folks in this area work in Kansas City, so by the time they could drive home and whatnot, they don't. I don't know. They just don't seem to get out. Now Saturday, I hope it's a different scenario.
I know Ken Summers and Sydney Summers are super excited. So
yes,
I talked to Ken last night on my way home when I was driving home from Pawnee City, Nebraska.
Yes.
I talked to Ken for about 30 or 45 minutes on the way home, and he's super excited for Warrensburg. So that's
yes.
Good. So
Ken's been a great supporter. He's tried to help us and has helped us a great deal, and we appreciate that. But I think the pullers in large just love coming here. There's a good bit of things for them to do outside of the pulling. Warrensburg's a great town, has a lot of amenities, hotels, and golf course, pool. You know, when we had a 2-day show, we had several golf courses give us some free rounds of golf, and several of them took up on that. So my goal, Jason, I'll tell you right now, and one of the main reasons I ask you to help, I want to get back to that. I want to have a 2-day show in Warrensburg for the pullers to come to and hang out and stay.
Yeah, like the destination pull, and I interviewed Tim Nearing earlier this afternoon. He's the promoter of the Rockwell, Iowa pull. You know, when they become a destination pull, you have to have multiple days for people to come in and, you know, like you said, to do things like that. And but a 2-day pull is great for pullers because you can roll in Friday, and Friday night's always really fun because you don't have to get up Saturday morning and go take off and head somewhere. You can kind of hoop it up a little bit. Not that we don't anyway, but it's a lot of fun to do all of that. So
that's what I'd like to see happen here.
Are you running 2 tracks, or is this all on 1 track?
2 tracks, 2 sleds, the whole gamut.
Okay. How do
have you ever seen our track yourself, Jason?
I have not. Yeah. I've just only seen pictures that Cole has sent me. So
yeah. Okay.
I was asking all the pullers about it last weekend at Pawnee City and Montgomery City, and they said it's an amazing facility, and everybody's pumped to head there, all the classes. I talked to the Pro Stock guys and my class as well. And then I asked Don Nelson about it from Texas, and he was saying nothing but good things. So I stayed up with those guys, him and Meddings, till way early in the morning after Montgomery City. But free whiskey, I'm not going to say no. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's a good time.
Now we've got some fantastic dirt to work with. We've got a great team to build a track. We've got some excavators that do a great job, and they've worked with that track for several years now, so they kind of know, when to stop with the water and how to prepare it so it'll hold up all night long, and it's really worked well.
No, that's good. That's good to hear, because I feel like some promoters put too much water in the day of the event. I mean, I understand if the forecast messed with you a little bit, but if you know it's going to be dry or the forecast looks good, get that water in now. Let it get down. So let it get down.
Yep, that's right.
Well, cool. Charles, Big Rye, Paul, do we have any other questions for Steve? Steve, or is there any sponsors, any people, anybody else you want to thank here tonight with us?
Man, I don't know where to start, Jason. We've got Cliff Harris, who owns the Ford and Dodge dealership here in Warrensburg. He's been a huge supporter since we started. And I want to say thanks to Cliff. And anybody he's got kind of a neat commercial that says, I'm Cliff Harris, and I want you to be another happy customer. And he's been great. Hammond's Roofing, they've been on board for a couple years.
Are the dealerships close by to the pole site at all?
Yes, they are. They're here in town. Yep.
Do they want the Remedy on display Saturday late morning or early afternoon?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, why don't you talk to them and let us know? Because we're coming from Corridon Friday. How far is Corridon from Warrensburg?
Probably 140 miles.
Yeah, let's talk to them. If they want us to set up for a couple hours, that'd be good to promote the poll. Let people know there's something going on in town too. So.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. They're about the only place we could do that. Hammond's Roofing has been a big supporter. He likes the sport. He's got a race car. He's kind of a motorhead, the guy that owns that. So he's been a big supporter. We appreciate his input. And then Foley Cat, Foley Equipment, and they're your Caterpillar dealer. They have stepped up, and they've been a huge asset to our sponsorship group. Beyond that, we have a Kingsville Livestock Auction, Nutrient Ag Solutions, ADM Fertilizer, ADM Animal Nutrition, Monsanto, and the whole Bayer system has been very helpful and willing to stay hooked. I mean, it's one thing to get a sponsor once or twice, but these folks I'm mentioning have been with us year after year and are excited to when I call. It's not a challenge to try to get them to stay on board.
Well, you're bringing in a great show with a lot of great classes, 2 tracks. I mean, you got all the big classes. I don't, you got the mod tractors, the 2-wheel drives. It's awesome. Yep. It's a great show. So.
Yep. I don't know if it's appropriate, but I got to tell you, there's been some years when those 2-wheel drive trucks and mod tractors had to load up in Texas and drive up here to get to our show, and they showed up. And I just appreciate that so much.
No, that's great. You can pretty much say anything on this show, Steve, and you can't offend us. We've had some dandies on. You're pretty tame, Steve, for some of the guests we've had on, don't you think, Charles? Or
I do agree. Steve, something I wanted to ask you about. You mentioned earlier building a big team. You got 20 plus guys who believe in this program, and with this, you've had a history of success. But recent times, it's just been some bad luck. You got good people behind you. How for current and prospective promoters, how do you build a team like that? What do you say or do to give them the confidence to get behind a venture like this and grow an event of your caliber?
I tell you what I did exactly is I told them about our experiences in Rock Valley, in Wisner. Back then, Jefferson City, Brian Tramick was still working the show at Jefferson City. And I told them about our experiences there. I kind of knew how Rock Valley was getting along with their sponsorship and their annual income. And I kind of knew a little bit about Wisner, not so much about Ravenna. I shared with them those things. Then I went after guys that I thought would be interested in seeing a large-scale event for our community first, and then maybe profit second. And that's what these guys were about. So that's how I approached it. And I wanted 10 guys. And I'm telling you, folks, when I got done, I had 20, because those 10 guys told their friend or their competing business in some cases about it. And I just would get a phone call out of the blue. Hey, I hear you're putting together a group that's going to bring a large scale show to Warrensburg. I want to be a part of it. And so that part was easy.
That's awesome. And it's one of the rare few to say that it was easy. So
you
did something right.
Yeah, that part was easy. And I can't say enough about my sponsors. I'm still spending money this week trying to figure out how to recognize them on our track and in front of the crowd. But that's not even been hard, guys. We had a sponsorship coordinator who done a fantastic job of getting out to these people early and getting a commitment from them. What we've had trouble with is a crowd.
Well, and we're here to help you do that, to get the crowd in there. So.
Yep.
They've definitely seen it on social media, Steve, for sure, the last month, and that's what it's all about for you on that. I mean, there's more than just social media. I know you're not just counting on that, but I feel like from an eyeball point of view, Steve, a lot more people have heard about it from us at least. So,
well, I'm excited. My son follows it pretty closely and keeps me updated, Jason, as to what is going on, and I'm pretty excited about the results. And the weather's going to be good, I think. It looks to me like anyway, and I'm optimistic.
Well, stay positive, and if you can check with that dealership and find out which one we got to do, we'll rock it out there for you a little bit. So
are you thinking about getting to their location? Is that what you're telling me?
So what
Okay.
we'll do is if we need to get up and get going a little earlier from Corridon, we could go down and get to the dealership like at 11 or noon and set up for two hours, you know. And if you meet me down there, bring some posters down there, we'll roll the tractor out and let everybody driving by will see it and know that the poll's going on that night. We'll hand out posters and have a good time. So
I would like that. That'd be great, Jason. We'll just plan on it. I'll get with Cliff and
Yep.
get the okay from him, and I'll get back to you.
yeah, that would be great. Steve, thanks for coming on tonight. It's nice knowing that Ryan's been there as well and has good things to say about your facility. I've heard nothing but good things. I know that you just want to put that crowd back in there. And that's one thing we all do. And local business people, a good poll brings a lot of money into town and it creates excitement. It gets a lot of pride and gets everybody going. Yep. And that's what you're trying to get back to. So we want to help you with that. So.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Perfect.
Steve, before we let you go, I got two questions.
Yes, sir.
First one, the truck that you cut a tree down to get out, that's still on the track, is it not?
Say that again.
The tree or your first pulling vehicle was a naturally aspirated truck, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
And it's still on the track?
No, it's not. I know where it's at, but it's not on the track. No.
Oh,
nope.
I was under the impression it was that one of the Missouri State guys had it.
No. We retired it pretty quick and bought a rail, a 2-wheel drive rail, and upgraded from there. But the old 1969 2-wheel drive Chevrolet C20 pickup was the beginning of this animal.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Second question, and you may have known this is coming, maybe not. If you could steal the keys, so to speak, to any pulling vehicle, past or present, and go pulling with it for a weekend, what would you take and where would you pull it?
It would be a pro stock tractor, and I have a 4.1, so that seems probably kind of silly. It would be a pro stock tractor, and it would be a red pro stock tractor, and I'm not sure if I would crawl on the Hillbilly Express or I just don't know. It'd be a red pro stock pulling tractor is what I would probably hunt for if I could take it and go.
Steve,
I'm gonna come find you this weekend because I'm coming down to the show too. I'm gonna come find you this weekend. You better have an answer for me.
I can't wait to see you.
Hey, Steve. After the last 2 weekends, I would go borrow Tony Workman's tractor.
No kidding.
That thing
I would too.
That would be a good one to borrow.
Yes, yes. Yes, it would. I love it. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Tony and I are dear friends. He's a sponsor at our pull. Oh. He's been supportive from the very beginning. Tony Wortman helped me 25 years ago build parts and access parts to get our tractors rolling. So thank you for mentioning him.
Yeah, no, Tony was very, very nice to us in Montgomery City last week, and they had a bunch of food for us after the pull at the trailer and drinks, and we had a great time.
Yes.
And really got to know him well. It was a good time.
Yes. He's fantastic for the sport.
Yes, he is. Well, Steve, I wish you nothing but luck this week. Everybody, tell your friends, family members, coworkers about Warrensburg, Missouri this Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. Let's fill the stands up, and let's show Steve that we like pulling in Warrensburg, Missouri. So.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you very much.
Call me tomorrow, Steve, when you line up a time for Wednesday. We got plenty of time. So
I'll do it.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
See you Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Steve Shackelford, everybody. Our next guest is going to be Jeff Gertner from Mercer, Missouri. We got him lined up tonight, back to back. Charles, how do we say that when they're going fast? Back to back, track to track.
Back to back to back. Let's go.
Let's go. I accidentally put the Rockwell stuff up there. That was a good catch, Paul. Thank you for that.
Amateur.
I'm, trying to run the show, trying to bring Jeff on so I don't screw up too much. Jeff, how are you tonight, sir?
Good. How are you guys?
So your first name isn't a G, and you're helping with something in Mercer. I figured you'd be like a porter or something like that.
That's real. Right? That's real weird.
Well, I'm actually at the Porter facility tonight because I was trying to get Gage to join us, but he didn't feel like he needed to come in here.
That's fine. Well, Jeff, excited to be in Mercer Wednesday night. My dad's going to be driving my tractor for me because my son's buying a house Thursday morning, and I'm co-signing. So I didn't plan out northern Wisconsin to Mercer very well. It's like 9 hours away, so I screwed that up a little bit. But my dad's a better driver than me anyway, so He's coming down to Mercer with the tractor.
Awesome.
Is this the first pull in Mercer? Because I'm seeing this first annual Mercer Homecoming. Can you kind of explain everything to us?
Yep. So we've had what we've called Mercer Homecoming going on for a lot of years. We've actually done it for 75 years. Basically what it is, it's a town event. We have a carnival in town. We have bands come in, and we don't charge anything to get in to see the bands on the square. We have rides. Of course, you have to pay for the rides and whatnot, but we try to do everything on the square. And then we've had tractor pulls in the past. Of course, nothing on this type of a scale by no means, just kind of, everybody just, if you showed up, you could pull your truck up or bring a tractor in and pull. But we wanted to get a good pull with the Outlaw Association and have a really good event with a lot of people coming to support us. And I think with the sponsors that we have, we've actually already started a great tradition, I think, and hopefully to keep that rolling.
Well, I would think having Porter's Pro Stock around isn't going to hurt anything because everybody knows them. So
right. Yeah.
They're coming off.
Brian Shields, he's actually going to have a stock tractor, I think is what his class is. He's from Lineville, Iowa, Brian Shields, and he's a local guy too, and one of our good sponsors that's helped put this on too.
Awesome. Well, that's good to know. I don't know who drove the tractor Friday night in Montgomery City, but Tony Workman laid one out there like 359, took the lead by like 30 feet. And was it Gray or was it Galt? I don't even remember who drove it.
I think it was Gray.
But he won the class like at 369, and that thing, Tony Workman walked up to me and goes, Jason, have you ever taken the lead by 30 feet in your life? And I said, no. And he goes, well, just imagine you did, and you thought you had it wrapped up. Then Porter comes out and spanks you like that. He goes, how's that in front of your hometown? And he goes, I'm going to go get him next week, get his hometown full. So it's on like Donkey Kong, if you know what I'm saying, Jeff.
Good. Friendly competition's always fun.
Absolutely. No, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So you mentioned you haven't had an outlaw show before at your event?
No, we have not. No, this will be our first one. Of course, Porters have been involved in this for a lot of years, and that was my first. I wanted to have a good pull, so I reached out to Gary and Gage, and they said, this is the route to go. So we gave you a call, and then the rest is history. But hope to have a great turnout with the crowd and the weather. Holy moly! Last week we had 100-degree weather every day, and humidity was 100%, and then we have this little front come through. We're getting a little bit of rain right now, which is good for the track. We've been watering it, trying to get it going, and 85 for the high and low humidity is going to be really nice.
How are the crops around your place right now? Because I'm telling you, in Montgomery City, it looked dry when we were driving.
It's dry right now. We caught a lot of good rains early. If you got them in between the rains, it's actually really good. So the corn looks really good as you're going to drive by Porter's on the way to us, and if you're coming south, then you're going to run right by their place here. You're going to see their corn, which is about 12 feet tall. So it's everything's looking really good.
Awesome. So talk a little bit about the event. So if there's a pull Wednesday night, what's going on the rest of the week for the Mercer Homecoming or alumni?
Yep, so we got our pull Wednesday night, and then we got 4 classes that you're doing there, which I think you've mentioned already, but we can mention them again. And then Thursday, we've got our carnival on the square. We've got a live band. We got tons of raffle prizes, which we got all that set up at the pool too, so you can buy your raffle tickets there. You don't need to be present to win. Porter's is also involved here in our town. They've got hometown fuel, and that was a dire need for our community. We went like 2 years without a gas station in Mercer, and then Gary and Lori helped out and stepped up, and it's actually their 10-year anniversary for hometown fuel. And then their partner inside on the inside part would be Josh Kuhn, and he's actually another one of our sponsors, the Hour Place. So they've partnered up and come up with a gas station and the inside store there. So they gave a $500 gas card for our raffle prizes. One of our big prizes there in town. So that'll be Thursday. We have Hired Gun is a local band. They're going to be playing Friday night or Thursday night for us. Then we'll move into Friday. We have the carnival going on again. We have all these prizes to give away. We've got like $2,000 cash. A lot of stuff to give away. There's more. I can't even mention it all here without having a list. It's just a lot of stuff. We have Hired Gun Thursday night. Like I said, Friday night we have another local band, DDR band, and then Friday night we're going to give a lot of the big prizes away on Saturday night. And Saturday night we have a dueling piano band coming in, so that'll be a good fun night. Saturday night.
Yeah, the classes for this Wednesday, only 2 days away, July 27th. Again, showtime 7:00. The gates open at 6. So the Outlaw Pro Stock 4x4s, Pro Farm tractors, Limited Pro Stock tractors, which is the 4 ones, and then the pro stocks, of course, at the Porters, the gangrene you see on the poster right there. So Wednesday night kind of kicks everything off, Jeff, and then it just goes from there, right?
Yep,
Okay.
totally. Our first night. Typically, we had started on Thursday night. We actually had been Labor Day weekend for 75 years, and we changed it this year to the last weekend in July for the fact that we had a lot of competition locally. We had Bethany, Missouri, had their big annual fair that weekend, which really cut into us. And carnivals are getting really hard to come by these days. You know, COVID really hit them hard, and I think a lot of them went out of business. And we got one tied up for the last weekend in July, so we took it and ran with it. So hopefully we'll keep the community support and keep everybody coming, and you know, start this on a Wednesday night every year from here on out.
Yeah, if you've never been to a fair convention, your date is set by when the carnival can come, and then you just build everything else out around it.
It is now. That's a fact.
Yeah. I always thought the people that own the carnivals were the ones that work the carnival, but no, the people that own the carnivals, they have some cash. Those rides are not cheap.
No, they're not. You know, it's amazing what those cost.
Yep, it is crazy. How big of a town is Mercer?
319.
Nice.
It is small. We are a rural community. We are all farmers. We are all hillbillies. We are a good time, though, so I hope everybody shows up and brings the good fun with them.
So I'm going to tell you, this is my first year really following the Outlaws hard. We've hit every one of them but Arlington, Nebraska. The smaller towns have been the most fun. Like, these people are so happy to see you. There was like 50 kids running around the pits in Pawnee City Saturday night, just getting autographs from everybody. I signed T-shirts, cowboy boots, hats. These kids, it was so fun. And it was like they were trading Pokemon cards with hero cards, and because Paddocks had given one kid like 3 of them, and the other kid was trading another kid, and it was a hoot. It was an absolute.
It is a lot of fun. And one thing Gage mentioned to me, I kind of, you know, I was as we set everything up, we actually got a lot of it set up tonight. I was talking to him about how a lot of the other places do and how is ours going to compare to the other places. And he was saying our parking is going to be so much better than a lot of places because it's all going to be fluid. You know, it's going to be nice where we're going to have 3 entrances, and the pullers, if they can come to our far south entrance there's going to be 3 gates, and their far south entrance is going to be where the pullers will pull in. So it'll be the truck and trailers, and they're going to all park on the south end of the farm, and then they're going to pull north. You're going to weigh, you know, do all that stuff there. We'll measure you on the drawbars, pull up, you'll hit the scale, and then you're going to roll out, catch the sled, pull it back to the south, and then that's going to take you right back to the trucks. So it's going to be really nice the way it's all set up.
So, Jeff, how do you get all involved in this? Do you come from a pulling family or just friends, or what do you got going on?
So, not at all. No, I just like to put on a good time and hope everybody enjoys it. Probably 4 years ago, I had a buddy come to me, and he said, hey, the homecoming is going to dissolve. There's nobody to work it. And I said, well, I guess you're coming to me like you want me to help out. So we all jumped in, some of us, the younger guys, and kind of took the reins a little bit and just trying to build a good event and keep it going for Mercer.
No, that's neat. And the fact that you're bringing in the Outlaws and you're bringing in the pro stock tractors, I mean, people lose their minds over pro stock tractors. We're all part of those people.
Oh yeah.
We love that little womp, 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 womp thing gets us kind of excited. I'm not going to lie. So
totally.
Yep. It's a lot of fun.
Yep. And then the kids, you know, I mean, everybody 10 and under gets in free, and, you know, it's $15 to get in the gate. Bring everybody you can bring 10 and under. You know, it's fun to let these kids watch it. They're loud, they're fun, they're fast. It's a good time.
Well, I'm finding like with the Outlaws have really good branding, and that's helping the promoters out, knowing that you're bringing in that quality of an event like that. Jeff, it's going to be good for everybody. So
you bet.
Pretty excited. Anybody else you want to thank here tonight? Any other sponsors? Any other people?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me run through my sponsors real quick. This is one thing. So I got a hold of Kirk. And then I got a hold of you, Jason, and then I talked to Doug a little bit there. And this was a go. I mean, we decided day 1 to have a tractor pull. On day 3, we had a tractor pull, and it happened that fast. So kept with a quick sponsorship list. We did a 2,000, a 1,000, a 750, and a 500. And if you don't care, I will run through these real quick.
This
our 2,000.
You paid for this, buddy. It's all good.
All right. Our sponsors help pay for this, and then I'll give them the shout out. So here's our $2,000 sponsors. Tommy Byers Concrete, and this is all local people. I mean, this is 100% all local people that made this happen, so really appreciate it. Tommy Byers is kind of new to our area. He's lived here probably the last 5 years. Really good at concrete, so if you need any concrete work here locally, give Tommy Byers a call. And if anybody needs any contact numbers, definitely reach out to me. I have all these people's phone numbers. Porter Farms, of course, Gary and Lori and all the boys helped put this on. Brian's Farm Supply, Lineville, Iowa. If you have a need for anything Vermeer or haying equipment, anything like that, or just need something worked on, they can do it all. Blackfire Diesel, Brent Holmes, works on anything diesel truck or anything even smaller. I'm sure he can hook you up, a semi truck, anything he can help you fix. Hometown Fuel, as I mentioned earlier, it's their 10-year anniversary. They gave us a $500 gas card to give away here. So we definitely want to appreciate them, and that's part of Porter's there, Gary and Lori. Our Place with Josh Kuhn. He also is there tied in with the gas station, is along with our $2,000 sponsor, Brett Bent and Bent Construction. If you need any dozer work or any track hoe type work, he's your guy. We'll move over to the $1,000 gold sponsor. We got Noe Brothers Construction. They are helping out with like your fiber optics and basically getting that to your house, any type of work there. And they'll do about anything too, because they're going to have a boring rig too. Jeff and Teresa Henley, they own a little restaurant and a bar here in Lineville, Iowa, and they are good to help us out with anything that we need. Really good people there. Agrivision Equipment in Leon, John Deere is who they sell for. And they're big. Agrivision, if anybody knows anything in Iowa, they've got a lot of stores there. John Deere, they're helping us out with some tractors to make sure we get enough equipment to move up and down the track. Gertner Post and Lumber, which is myself. Roth Farms and Trucking LLC, which I think you guys probably know them also. They're going to be at the pool. And then we move down to our $750 sponsorship. Kevin and Deb Daly, in memory of Elijah Daly. He recently passed away. It was Kevin's dad, and he was a huge sponsor and helped out every year with the homecoming, threw a lot of money our way and kept it going. So Kevin and Deb put that in the memory of Elijah Daly. Moved down to our $500 sponsors, Anthony and Emily McPhee, young couple that just loves to see the community go. Ewing Shine Shop, Ryan Ewing. If you need anything cleaned, if you've got a dirty semi truck, that's, this guy here can clean it. Ryan Ewing, MFA in Lineville, Iowa, good support there. Mercer Hometown Market, our local grocery store, is amazing. We went a few years without a store there, and let me tell you, where we live, it's not fun, just like when we didn't have any gas. So Shauna is really good to bring in, everything you need at our grocery store. Damian Miller, just another young guy trying to help everybody out here, real good to get us some money. David Thomas and Jared Ledgerwood selling Pioneer Seed over in Canesville. So if you're looking for some seed, corn, they've got good corn. Pioneer Seed, everybody knows the name. And then Mike Alley family. So basically the people that came to Mercer first are the Alleys, and they were one of the first settlers in Missouri. So for Mercer. So we got a lot of sponsors here, and we gathered this money. I'm not kidding, guys. I put a post on Facebook and I said, hey, we're wanting to have an outlaw truck and tractor pull. And I had this money, I'm not kidding, probably in 2 days. And we were over 20,000 with this right here. So
nice work.
Pretty
Good
amazing.
Job. But that should result in a good crowd as well. There's a question about the Pro Farm. I am 99.9% sure it's the exact same rules as Western Series. But here's Brandon Holcomb's phone number, whoever asked that question, because it just came up as a Facebook user. So call Brandon Holcomb just to confirm, but I'm pretty sure that it's the exact same as Western Series. So, but I don't want to.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's one of the first times Outlaw has run this class, isn't it?
They had it, a poll I was at a couple weeks ago, Ryan. Montgomery, Troy had them on Friday night. Troy, Missouri did.
Okay.
That was the first time, but I know there's some overlap there. So they've been running them. So yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. Maybe we should get some of them guys that are, here in Missouri, hit some of them.
Well, having a Wednesday night poll like that, you're not going to have a lot of other polls going on Wednesday night. I mean, I know we're getting into, we call it Hell Week, where there's a poll every day.
Yep.
But from that standpoint, that's going to be good for you.
You bet.
So. Well, dude, I'm excited to have the tractor there Wednesday night. I wish you guys nothing but good luck. Sounds like you guys, you organized, you got porters involved. If the weather, it comes down to weather now. You're going to have pullers show up because we're all chasing points. So
yeah, you bet. Knock on wood, the weather looks fantastic. So I hope that holds, and we're going to have a good night.
Yep. Well,
Hey, Jeff.
Big Rye.
Jeff, you mentioned one of your sponsors has a tractor and he's going to make what sounds like an exhibition pass, or what's the deal there?
I'm not sure. I guess what you're saying. I've got 2 local guys, Porters, and their tractor, and then we got Brian's Farm Supply, the Pro Farm tractor.
Okay, it's a Pro Farm. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yep.
There's a tractor hidden away somewhere around the state line that I've been trying to track down. That's an old super stock from back where I was born and raised in Michigan, and I was hopeful that maybe that was the one. Charles knows exactly who I'm talking about. And, the search continues.
Yeah. You got a name on it?
Yeah, it's the Screaming Demon.
Okay.
It was, it's a red diesel super stock. Rather unmistakable because the exhaust, routes right out by the driver's console. And there's 2 of them. So they kind of look like demon horns.
Cool.
That was the tractor that I grew up rooting for, and I know it was sold to a father and son. One of them lives down in Missouri, one of them lives just over the state line. They're apparently working on getting it back together. No, it's not Brian Bricker. Brian sold it.
Came from Brian.
Yeah, it came from Brian. And we've been trying to track that thing down, and damn it, I'm getting tired of looking.
It's a 986.
Somebody cough up some information.
Yeah, we're going to find it. It's a 986. Somebody's going to.
Yep.
Sooner or later, it's going to appear.
Perfect.
I'm a photographer by passion, and there are not very many tractors that I have not crossed off the bucket list. That's one of them. I never, ever got the chance to shoot that tractor back in Michigan. I didn't get into this until I was, until about a dozen years ago. I've always wanted a shot of my own for my wall, and come hell or high water, I will get one.
Oh, yes.
So
sounds like a little bit of Wayne World in there.
A little bit.
She will be mine.
She will
That's
be
right.
mine.
Exactly.
Jeff, great to meet you. Thank you for your support. We wish you nothing but luck this Wednesday night, and tell the Porters we said hi. So
will do. Appreciate it, Jason. And hope to see everybody come out.
Ryan, ask your question quick to Jeff. I like to hear what he's got to say.
Jeff, you said you're not from a pulling family, but I'm going to ask you anyway. If you could take any tractor in the world, doesn't matter which one, if you could steal the keys and go pulling for a weekend, what would you take and where would you pull it?
Well, I would say, Gangren's been around a long time, so might as well hit it up. And I think, Corden, Iowa puts on a good pull every year, so might as well hit that one.
Gary, you know what you need to do. You need to give him a crash course and a fire suit.
Well, here's the deal, actually. And I called Gary and I called Gage, and I said, I'm going to pull your tractor at our pull. And they said, okay, you just get your fire suit ordered and you can do it. And they would have. I know they would have, but I want them to win the points. So, I told them, I said, you just better pull. So Gray, I think, is going to run it.
How long we got? What size you need? I'll ship you mine.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I know.
Wednesday, Charles. So.
Plenty of options here for a fire suit.
Yeah, all of a sudden we all own a fire suit. Every one of us.
No doubt. No doubt.
I do not own a fire suit, and you would not fit into it if I bought one.
Hey, Brian, those big cooler blankets, like for the locker? We just wrap you one of those and poke some armholes in it. So
that's perfect. Yeah, that's great.
I'm your friend. I'm here for
you. And then just shove my big melon into a helmet and call her good.
Yeah, we'll make it fit. We'll make it fit.
Yeah, the helmet might never come off. It might be the Stig for the rest of my life.
There's worse things.
Yeah, there is worse things. Jeff, thank you so much. You have a great night, and we'll see you Wednesday.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Got Gene Stump coming up next. This is Paul. We're going to let Paul talk now. It's one of his fellow Illinois people. Are you, Paul?
Yeah.
Do you want to clear your throat or take a drink of water or anything?
I'll do both.
Are you going to be announcing at the Monroe County Fair in Waterloo?
Nope, that's my man Eli going to do that one.
Okay. What's Gene's favorite tractor brand?
Red, because he has a red 4.1. So you were asking the other day about the Relentless tractor.
That's his?
That's that tractor. That is Gene's tractor. Gene and the boys.
I didn't know that.
Nice.
Yep, he's a 4.1 puller.
Well, good. He's a fellow lunatic like myself. I appreciate that with people. So,
And they
he
are
also
actually
he also hates his money.
yes. They are also pulling in Monroe or at the Monroe County Fair right now.
Yeah. Tonight's light supers, 2-wheel drives. Is ITPA? Is that 3.6? Yeah.
Yes, so they have 2 nights of pulling at the Monroe County Fair.
And the 4.1s are pulling tonight?
No,
No.
they
Okay.
pull Saturday night. Saturday night's big
gotcha.
show.
I gotcha. Gene
Gene,
Stumpf,
are you
welcome
sitting at
to
the
Let's Go
fair right
Pulling.
now?
Yes,
How are
sir.
you?
I'm here.
Good deal. Are they pulling as we speak?
Yes, we are running 11,000 Pro Farm right now.
The Whoop Whoop tractors.
Are you on Gene? Are you on your camera phone or are you on a computer?
I'm on my camera phone.
Okay. How far is the pulling track from you right now, Gene?
We've been out running. We've been running. We won one. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Like, are you at the fair right now?
Oh yeah, I'm running the pull right now. I just came in the announcer stand to take off for this for a minute.
Well, I want to see some video, Gene. Can you like turn your phone around and like show the pull or anything?
We could try it.
I mean, we got to do that. We're about to.
I don't know.
Who's that guy?
I don't know how you flip them.
Try logging yours on.
Here, all you got to do is just turn it that way to walk, I guess.
I can send somebody else a link. There we go.
Oh, you're turn it.
So the Bartlings are there tonight.
Leave it open.
Okay, hang on. Here we go, guys.
I know right where he's at.
We got antiques on one side and the Pro Farms on the other. We're getting ready to hook one on here in just a minute.
Yeah, let's do it. Look at the.
We're going to have a blasted show here on Saturday. We're going to run the Pro Stock's is going to be that 15,000 class.
You'll have to turn it that way and show them.
Yep. So give us just a minute here. They're grooming the track.
Yeah, no, I just want to see one go down the track, then we'll go back inside.
Still hear me?
For interview. Yeah, let's watch one run, and then after they go back inside, we can finish the interview, okay? So.
Okay, we're hooking one to the sled right now.
All right, turn your phone around.
Midland State Bank, First Community Credit Union, and Citizens Equity.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Turn your phone to the track, Gene.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. So this looks to me like maybe Darren Doring.
I can hear the womp womp.
Right.
So this is the 11,000 pound Pro Farm class that the ITPA runs. Trying to think. There's some green. There's some red. There's a different shade of green. Yeah, I'm not sure how many.
He's up into the sled right now.
Yep.
Is that Darren Doring? So let me check.
So these are the ones at the Midwest Winter Nationals, like 800 cubes, I always say, and joke around.
Correct.
But I might not be lying.
You were probably not far off.
Might not be.
That show ever, Limestone. Oh.
He womp too hard.
Did he get out of it before the 100-foot mark, Charles?
Well,
It looked like it from here.
That wasn't quite the pass he wanted. Did you see any of that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see if he backs it back up, Gene. We're gonna give him one more chance.
Okay.
So
I think
one of the
I
things.
think they're going to let him try it again.
Yeah. So Darren Doring is from Windsor, Illinois, just 20 minutes from me or so. Darren and his family had a tornado come through last spring and pretty much wiped out their farm. A lot of damage.
Oh my.
The tractor didn't get hurt too bad, but they've in the midst of all of doing that, he's done a lot of changes to the tractor itself. So they're doing a lot of stuff. But yeah, this is the ITPA 11,000 pound Pro Farm class, and there's some pretty stout Pro Farm tractors in here.
I think they're getting ready to drag him back.
Yep, that's fine. We'll wait for it.
So while they are,
That looks like a hell of a crowd for a Monday night.
We got a really good track built tonight, and a lot of them ain't dropping the gear like they should.
Tell them to run their Gordyville gear, Gene.
So one thing about the Monroe County Fair, Monroe County, the Waterloo is 45 minutes south of St. Louis, roughly, on the Illinois side. They have a grandstand that lines the entire length of the track. And I don't mean like to 320 feet. I mean, it's like to 450 feet. And they do a phenomenal job with promoting, and the stands are always packed. It's one of the best pulls that the ITPA has in the summer, year over year, and they've got some wonderful sponsors.
Oh,
so we're going to talk with Gene about what they're doing with the sponsorship, with the money that the sponsors have donated. They're putting up some serious cash. They want top level tractors there and trucks.
So as Darren gets back into that spot, like, so people understand, like, we're looking at Pro Farm. These are 11,000 pounds, 3,000 RPM, and some of these guys, and I don't know if Darren's one of them, we're talking 900 cubic inch for a few of these guys. They're nuts.
They don't normally go that high in ITPA. They're not really technically supposed to. Now,
technicalities.
Who knows? But yes, they're big cubes, big power, 20.8s, and they'll put the power to the ground.
Some of those tractors that are down there for that class originated from up here when there were no rules. There's a couple of them that migrated from up here, and the class basically died up here because of a couple guys who did that.
He didn't shift down.
No.
Oh.
He's first hook, though. He can drop it.
Yep. So we can go back
inside,
in.
Gene.
Yep.
Darren had a little mishap there, so I'm walking back into the shed.
Okay.
Now.
So yeah, they have pit side seating. They have grandstands on both sides. Just a phenomenal facility. Last year's winner, so we'll kind of talk about the classes that they've got, but last year's winner in the Pro Stocks was Cody Shea on the Red Edge Pro. They've had Justin Wagler will sometimes hook there. The Mastersons have known to come there more than once. So we see a lot of big name pullers now. So
Okay, I'm back, guys.
good deal. Well, thanks for going and doing that, Gene.
Yeah,
we
Gene, we appreciate that.
Yep.
getting to see some. So tell us a little bit about what you got going on. Of course, you got pulls tonight, but let's talk about Saturday night.
Running 6 classes. The Pro Stock's going to be $15,000 for the class and $7,500 to the winner. And the two-wheel drive class is going to be $10,000 for the class and $5,000 to the winner.
Gotcha.
Trying to get as many down here as we can. Hopefully the money's going to draw them in. And then we got the 4-1s. And then we got the 82 Super Stock, the 8,000 modified, and the light supers, and the 4-wheel drive diesel trucks.
Correct. So yeah, I was just kind of telling them some of the past winners and pro stock guys that have shown up there. Last year in the mod class, Jeremy Correa won, came down and came all the way from California to pull. But this I cannot tell you how good of a pull this is year over year. This is one of them that you can ask Misty. One of the things that I told her when I met her, I said, well, you got to get through a summer of pulling. And I said, Waterloo, Illinois is one that you don't miss. But Gene, can you talk a little bit? Jason actually was asking after the Fairfield pull when I was announcing. He said, what is this? Or maybe it was Nashville. He said, what is this? What is this Relentless 4-1? Where did it come from? So can you kind of talk about your tractor?
Years ago, we had purchased an 85 limited pro stock, and that's what it was when we were pulling that. And then we made some changes. We didn't like the 85 no more. We wanted to jump up, so we went to the 4-1. And my nephew Adam was kind of the one that came up with the name Relentless. And so we've been running that 4-1 class pretty much ever since it started in Illinois.
Is your Facebook page the Relentless Motorsports, or is that somebody else's?
No, that's somebody else.
Okay.
Yep.
Where can I find Where can I find a picture of his tractor at?
You could go to Power and Noise Photo, Washington County Fair.
We have your poster up right now on the screen, Gene. I don't know if you can see that. So,
Yep.
That's hot off the press.
Looks good.
Yeah. Yep.
Paul had some design. Paul helped us with that, Gene. So if you have any complaints, please take them to Paul Romack.
Well, Gene will understand that I had to get Rodney Schnichter on that poster.
Yep. So they've been a really good family. They've always come supported us whenever we have a pro stock, no matter come hell or high water, they're here.
Yep. Very much so. And they can usually draw some other names, other pullers with them. Been reaching out to a lot of pullers individually that just letting them know what's going on. And you can usually get good tractors there, and good trucks as well. The 2-wheel drive trucks usually bring a pretty good show as well.
MX 255 sheet metal?
Correct. Yes, sir.
But we got to bring it up. Stump puts on a good pull. Waterloo is a cool facility. So.
Yeah, we have great food and a lot of cold beer.
That's usually all you need.
I can vouch for both of those. They also will have, which is kind of cool, and you would think that it would kind of compete. I believe it's 8 o'clock. Is 8 o'clock when the band starts in the beer tent?
Yes, it does.
Yep.
And then it's one thing nice about it here. Everybody that comes to pull, whether they place in number 8 spot or not, will get a check for coming.
Yes.
That's really good, especially with today's fuel prices. So.
Yeah, there's not a puller that won't get a check when they leave here Saturday.
Gene and Alan Stump used to run a Black Stripe 1466 and what now is the 11,000 Pro Farm back when it was 14,000 and 12,000. There's some history.
Yeah, we started that 14,000 class in Illinois in 1991.
Nick Coors, love the food tent with all the choices.
The food tent is pretty awesome. There's any kind of food that you want, and right across from it is the beer tent, so it's all right there.
And one other thing we're pretty proud of is that we just charge $15 at the gate, and that gets you anywhere on the fairgrounds, in the pits, anywhere.
Yes. So come early, open pits. You can check everything out. It's a great pull. Gene, one of the things that I think you guys do better than maybe some other ones is you have some awesome sponsors. Is there any of your sponsors that you want to mention right now? Because you seem to, I hate to say it this way, but you seem to not have any problems with money down there.
I'm losing you there for a minute, guys. I didn't hear what you said there.
Can you talk about some of your sponsors?
Sponsors, our main sponsors is Gray Eagle Distributing, who is the beer distributors. We have Bear, Crop Agri-Science, DeKalb and Asgrow. They give a lot of money to us. Pioneer Seeds, all of the local machinery dealers. There's just so many to mention. I'm kind of going to be like a broken record of the fellow before. It wasn't, I talked to the people, and in no time I had $22,000 gathered up for extra money. So come Saturday night, we're going to hand out about $42,000 money.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome.
So it'll, like I said, all pullers will get a check, and everybody that gives me money for sponsorships, I mean, they don't blink an eye. They just work with me, and we're very fortunate.
Very, very much so. Yeah, it is. Like I said, this is one that on the ITPA, it's got to be one of the biggest pulls in the summer. You'll see tractors that you may not see the rest of the summer in a couple of these classes, but definitely worth checking out. Gene, what time does the gates open for spectators? I know pullers can come in early, but what time for spectators?
Anytime after 3.
Okay.
Perfect.
And it'll be the weather sounds really good. We're going to be 82 degrees and sunny Saturday, so it's going to be a great day for tractor pulling.
Yeah, the forecast sounds good for everybody. Again, if you're just joining us, Gene Stump, promoter of the Monroe County Fair in Waterloo, Illinois, this Saturday, and they're throwing out some big money, $15,000 pro stock payout, $7,500 to win. So if you have pro stock friends and they're not watching the show tonight, and they don't have a pull this Saturday, there's a little bit more than fuel money down there at Monroe County Fair. And it sounds like it's a track that takes horsepower. So don't be afraid to come down there and let her eat. And then $5,000 to win the 2-wheel drive trucks. So who won it last year? You said Cody Shea won it last year, Paul?
Cody Shea won the Pro Stock last year, and I believe was it Jeremy Nelson got the win last year in the 2-wheel drive class?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know we're on top. I know we're on top of Altamont Saturday night, but we're going to try to put on the best show we can.
Yes.
How far are those away from each other, Gene? Those two towns?
100 miles.
100 miles? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, the Altamont has the PPL show. Of course, Altamont is the home of the Nelsons, so there'll be a lot of 2-wheelers there. But I've talked to some that are for sure coming. So
it's hard to pick a date. It's so hard to pick a date, not fall on top of somebody, especially in July and August. It's crazy.
Yep.
So,
we're rolling in ITPA. We're rolling into what we call hell weeks because the polls just get stacked up in this time frame, and you're running a lot multiple times during the week. But we do it every year.
Gene, I can't believe the crowd you guys had out there on a Monday night when you walked out there with your phone. There's a lot of people there tonight.
Yeah, we got somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,500 to 3,000 people here on a Monday night.
That's impressive.
We got room for 7,000 people to sit.
Wow.
And on Saturday, most of that seating will be taken.
Yep.
It always is.
And you're south of St. Louis, Gene? That's where Waterloo is?
Yeah, about 25 miles south of St. Louis.
Okay. Wow. Good for you. That's awesome.
Anybody wants to come far away, we got some hotels here local.
Yep.
That is awesome.
It is a great, great show. Gene, do you have any kind of idea, rough numbers, how many hooks you're expecting roughly between all classes?
I'm hoping somewhere around 60 hooks.
Yep.
Is what I'm hoping for.
That's probably a pretty accurate number. I mean, like I said, there are tractors that usually show up to this one that you, like I said, you may only see once or twice this summer, but they always come out for this hook. So yes, that is true. Nick pulls down there as well with the Super Tinker with Clark, and they're always down there. And there are people that come early and put the blankets in the grandstands.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yep. But like I said, the facility is very well laid out. It's not, you don't have to walk very far to access anything. So you don't have to worry about that. Parking is good, and there is not a bad seat in the house. You only run one track on Saturday, correct?
Yeah, Saturday night will be just one track, and over the winter here, we've added 1,000 more seats, put a new bleacher in, built a new announcer stand, and we consider ourselves, I mean, some people argue it, but we consider ourselves one of the best fairs in the state of Illinois.
I would say that you are not, that would be an accurate statement. I've been to a lot of them, and you're definitely one of the best ones, that's for sure.
Well, and furthermore, none of them are here to defend themselves. So we have the best Illinois State Fair around.
This is true.
I'm just happy to hear they get 7,000 people on a Saturday night. That's money.
It is crazy. I'm hoping to make it down there. If that happens, there will be plenty of live videos. So watch the page. If you can't make it, I'm quite sure that Rodney will be down there with Power and Noise. So you'll get to see. I'm hoping to get down there and show you who's there, because I've talked to some people. I don't want to throw out names or put anything ahead of anything, but there's some big names that are coming, and I would really like to show you, but I think I'll just show you with their vehicles.
So get down there early enough, Paul, so you can let people know.
I'm hoping to do so, yes.
Please, buddy.
I have personally reached out to a lot of pro stock pullers, some 2-wheel drive pullers, and some mod pullers, and hoping to have a hell of a show.
You should have a lot of names and numbers in your phone now after May.
I do. But here's the funny thing is there's quite a few of them
that won't answer your call.
No, they said, yeah, Gene's already called me.
Yes. Good job, Gene.
Gene has been reaching out to pullers directly and letting them know what's going on. And take a piece of advice from Gene here. If Waterloo is anything, to kind of show how well that works, he's doing something right because he gets big names every year.
Well, if you have a good track and people know it's going to be a good track, it's going to take some horsepower, and you're throwing up $7,500 to win. That's awesome. Guaranteed.
It was probably 4 or 5 years ago, I guess it was. We pulled in there, didn't know anything about it, pitted right next to the Budweiser Clydesdales.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, you just
did you
don't
get
know
their
what.
autograph?
No, they were kind of being a horse's ass about it. Bum ching.
No, Leroy hasn't been on the show forever. That was kind of a Leroy joke there. So.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But no, it's going to be a great show. Always is.
Is Leroy announcing?
God, I imagine when those two-wheel drives warmed up, it scared the bejesus out of those horses.
Yeah, well, there's two-wheel drives and there's big mods.
Yeesh.
So yeah, the horses knew they were there. There was definitely some horsepower.
No pun intended.
Another one. There I go.
Another one.
On a roll.
Gene, who's
servers.
announcing tonight?
What's that?
Who's outside announcing right now?
Eli's announcing.
Okay. If it was Leroy, I was going to make you go out there. We were going to hammer him a little bit.
No, it's Eli.
If it's Eli, just go right.
We can hammer Eli.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. I'll go
Eli
up there.
can handle it.
Give me just a second.
There we
Go
go.
up there and we can watch a pull from the new announcers tower.
Yeah.
And harass an announcer.
I like this Gene guy, Paul. Good job.
We last year I went up there and did some lives from the announcers tower, and the reason I did that is because it was a little warm last year. That's like the only place there that is air conditioned, so I had a little bit of a double motive.
Yeah, I remember you doing that last year, actually.
Okay, here we go, guys. Here he is.
Eli.
Hi, Eli.
Eli. What's
Are you
happening,
guys
buddy?
excited for Saturday? Because I'm excited for Saturday.
They're going to let you
course you
announce
are.
$7,500 to win pro stocks?
I know, man.
Holy cow.
Times must be tough. They spent all the money on the purse, so they had to cut it back on the announcer, I guess.
Well, I know. Well, Gene mentioned that normally they pay you $10,000 to announce, but you said you were going to donate that money to the pro stocks.
That would be cool if they did. But no,
You
they
come a
spent lot of
long way
money.
from joining me at Smith's Creek, bud.
What's that?
You come a long way from joining me at Smith's Creek, bud.
Yeah. Thanks, Charles. Appreciate that.
Well, Eli, we want to watch you announce, Gene. Just hold the phone on Eli. Let's watch him do his job.
Here he goes.
All right, Mr. Teddy Kessler out of Strasburg gets us started there for the Illinois stockholders. If we decide that sled setting is good here or not. That'll bring up Lauren Muskoff up next. Oliver 2255 out of Fultz here, hometown hero. Roger McGrew out of Xenia on the white 2150. That'll be our next three competitors here for our stock pullers. 10,000 pound Monroe
that was
County
just the last class.
will be up next. Logan Stump, Eli Gumasheimer.
This is behind the scenes footage.
That'll be our first three competitors out of the gate.
This is awesome.
So the first one is Scott Haley.
What are we talking about tonight, guys?
I love it.
We're talking about you, man.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
there's better things to
Monroe
talk about
County
than
Fair.
Eli.
Proud of you, Eli.
I heard-
kicking ass.
What's
I
that?
heard Reichman Brothers had a heck of a party this weekend.
There was some beer drank. There's some chicken fried, and we had about 3,000 people at the office. So it was a pretty cool gig.
What?
Atta baby. Good work for you guys. Congrats.
We put a dent on a pallet of Busch Light beer. It's all gone, except for what we hid. So
Nice work.
it
So
wouldn't
Eli
let us tap
works
into that
for
today, though, for some reason.
Eli works for the local John Deere company there behind the parts counter.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they
I
had
saw
a-
Roos post something about that.
They had a 100-year celebration. They've been in business as a
Yep.
John Deere dealer for 100 years.
Yep, and they're the North America best dealership of the year for 2022. So that was big ag, that is. So that was pretty good honor for us, and great working for the folk, and just a good fun weekend. I had to give up a gig up at Petersburg, but I knew I needed to be there, and it wasn't worth getting heckled for the rest of my career there if I didn't show up. So.
So the Reekman Brothers John Deere dealerships are awesome sponsors for tractor pulling. They donate a lot of equipment to local pulls. I know they helped us out at the Pullers Championship with some equipment. They're always helping Brad and all the local pulls. So appreciate them very much.
Get back to work, Eli. Good job.
Yeah, good
Understand.
people
See you guys.
All right.
See you, buddy.
Gene, is there anything coming down the track right now?
No, right now they're grooming the track, and then they're getting ready to. We're pulling the 10,000 ISPA naturally aspirated tractors.
Perfect.
Well, what we do here at Waterloo, we do something different. A lot of places do. If you pull a tractor in the county, any sanctioned group, we try to have your class here.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
that's why
I got a nephew that pulls in this Illinois Stock Pullers group. So they're pulling here right now.
Yeah, we heard he's on like a 2-150 white, right?
Well, that's not him, but he's on a 2255 Oliver.
Oh, okay. He's the Oliver.
Yeah.
Is he in this next class, Gene?
The class we're running right now, yeah.
Okay, what hook is he?
He's probably third or fourth.
Okay.
This is the local boy running right now.
Okay. Ryan, ask Gene your question.
Gene, if you could steal the keys to anything and go pulling with it, past or present, what would you take and where would you pull it?
Past, it would have been Tim Engler's 5-engine modified, and I'd have went to Bowling Green.
Hell yeah.
That was Gene. Did you
That
want more
rehearsed.
time to think about that, or?
No, I heard you say that to the other guy. That made me think and dream a little bit.
Yeah, boy.
We used to go watch them guys pull all the time, and that was impressive machinery.
Yes, it
How about
was.
present? How about present, Gene?
Present, I'd probably take Rodney Snicker's Pro Stock and probably come right here to Waterloo, Illinois.
And he'd chase that.
Probably walk out
$7,500.
$7,500
Good answer.
richer too.
Yep.
Good answer.
Well, Gene, thank you for your time. We know you're busy. Go watch your nephew, and good luck to Saturday, buddy.
Yeah, we got a couple more classes to run here tonight, and then it's beer time.
Fair enough.
Attaboy.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
All
Gene.
right. Thanks, Gene.
See you, Gene.
Look forward to Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Have
very
fun.
much so.
Thank you.
Well, this
That was awesome that they put Eli on. You know, I talk about, I'm not one of the kids anymore. Who are going to be the next guys coming up on microphone? Who are going to be the guys that take our spot? And Eli and Matthew McNault are two of them. And that is so awesome to see him out there just killing it. I love that.
Who's Matthew McNault, Charles?
His father, Kevin McNault, has the Green Energy Super Farm, who is out winning. He's winning Super Farm hooks in Region 2 this year.
Okay.
He's Kevin's son, and he's picked up the announcing bug, and he does a great job here regionally. And Eli is certainly doing that down in Illinois as well. It's just awesome to see some guys not picking up the YouTube bug and going after a camera and picking up a microphone instead. That we need that.
Eli has been announcing the Monroe County Fair in Waterloo, pretty much as long as I can remember. I really got started in going down there whenever we started helping Bernie, and that was, I believe, in like 2016, 2017. He was very young.
Yeah,
when he was on mic. He's been doing it for a long time, for no older than he is.
Yeah, he and his girlfriend, like right after Andrew passed away, they came up here and they hung out with us doing the pull that Andrew founded for the American Legion in Smiths Creek, and I announced with him up here. So I mean, he's not afraid to travel and make this thing happen. So that's awesome. I'm proud of his success.
Yep,
and it's only going to grow too.
Yeah,
he's getting. There's a lot of people who are starting to notice him,
and that's awesome. I don't know how many he announces in a summer, but it's a lot. It is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. He's a good kid. He's got a voice. He's got the knowledge.
And he does. I mean, this weekend he's going to see some national level pro stocks, but like 2 weeks ago at the Washington County Fair, he was announcing and running the pedal tractor, the kitty pedal tractor pull for the county. I mean, he does.
He's deep with that too. Yeah.
Yep.
No, good
He
guy.
runs the
Good
poll.
guy.
He is, if you watch him on Snapchat, every year he has a Snapchat and it's a video of him. He's the last person at the Washington County Fairgrounds, and he will show you flipping the last light switch on the tower at the track. He's the last one there.
Ah, that's cool. I gotta add him.
Yep. He's a good dude.
All right, so we got a lot of people watching tonight. Thank you for. I mean, it gives us, when we have a couple hundred people watching every Monday night, it gives us the courage to keep coming back and makes us feel good. And every single one of us hears, "Hey, thanks for doing the show. We watch every Monday night." And that makes us feel good. So I can't thank you all enough for supporting that and supporting these events. I want to know, everybody that's watching, type into the comments, what's your biggest takeaway from 2022, the summer season, not the winter season, from like May on or
Outdoor
whatever.
pulling.
What's that?
Outdoor pulling.
Outdoor pulling.
Outdoor pulling. Yeah. Thank you. See, sometimes I struggle with simple words like outdoor pulling. And that's all good there. So we got, Gerald says he can have an ice cold stag taters gravy in a can.
Steak taters and gravy. That's what they call that stuff.
Seriously?
That's what it tastes like. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Stag is steak taters and gravy. That's what it stands for.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
Well, thank you.
We're
So much.
learning.
The more you know, the more you know.
Yeah.
That's
Cody, I think
Cody's
all of us would
voice.
agree that's the prettiest Cody Vanderholm I've ever seen. So.
That's like just ghost
Hot
coming
damn,
in.
that's centerfold material right there.
Yep.
I went to the semi Sunday morning in Pawnee City to wake Cody up, and he was already gone at 9 a.m. So
I wasn't
It
gonna
was
risk
9
like,
a.m.
you all coming in and like waking me up. That seemed dangerous. So get out of Dodge pretty quick, like.
yeah.
And as everybody knows, like if you're like partially awake in the morning with the generator like 6 inches from your head, you are fully awake at that point, and you cannot go back. To sleep. So
It's a sweet generator. One kid walked up to me at Pawnee City and says, "Schultz, are you broke?" And I said, "Why? What are you talking about?" Because I don't know if you guys have seen the semi all lit up with all the new lights on it and stuff, and Doug had all the underglow on, and we got nice stuff. I mean, I don't have the bootlegger, but I'm proud of what I have, and I got that loud ass generator. And the guy goes,
Dude,
how can you have all this nice stuff? And I said, I'm keeping it now. That's my thing.
honestly, like people won't believe me about this. At TPC, I slept like a dead man on the opposite wall of that generator. I loved it. White noise to the max.
It's
and I'm
white
dead,
noise.
so it helped. It was awesome.
It is.
once you get to sleep, you're out. Like you don't hear anything.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you, when you wake up in the morning and you think, "Oh, I'll just lay here for a little bit," nope, that doesn't happen. You're like, "Well, we're getting up, we're going."
Well, there's that, but I had to get up and do stuff, so I mean that's fine too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Cody had to get up because his ears were bleeding.
Yeah, and then I got
I guess that's further commentary about how damaged mine are.
True.
Then I got north of Auburn, and there's a girl that side of the road flashes on her phone crying, and so I turned around, went and helped change the tire for her. She's trying to get to work, and she's like, "Do you think I need a new tire?" And the outside of the tire looked fine, and when I pulled it off and looked at the inside, like the whole sidewall's just got like a razor blade cut all the way around. I was like, "Yeah, no, you're gonna need a new tire. That air's not gonna hold in that baby." So put the donut on.
You are a real American hero, Cody Vanderholm.
He is.
Yes.
He is. He was rocking his TPC shirt Saturday night in Pawnee City. He was representing, guys. So, yep. Okay, takeaways so far this year are, let me see here. The first comment was, Nick says, wish parts were easier to get. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that wins it. Game over. Done.
Yeah. I don't want to be negative, but I'm so sick of people saying, "Oh, numbers are low here and there." They're low everywhere, guys. Not everybody's running yet. You know what I mean? You still see those comments every now and then. People were ripping on Chapel Hill. I'm like, you guys, come on. Kyle Matcham, Bowling Green is just a few weeks away. Yes, it is. I think Doug found an RV to take our merchandise trailer out there with, so I'm excited for that.
Kyle.
Northsiders. So.
Kyle, since you made the comment, I need to go check that link that I sent you a couple of weeks ago. You'll find that photo in there. Cheers.
Is Kyle looking for some pro stock tractors for you?
Yeah, he was looking for one of Rhett.
Gotcha. Ben Haynes says stag, soft turds and gas. Is that true, Paul?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sounds terrible.
Biggest takeaway, how many people are going to the polls with rising prices, but I mean, they're sick of the masks and COVID stuff, so it surprised me how full some of the stands have been. That's good. Every promoter I've talked to this year, I probably haven't had record attendance, but it's above average. That seems to be the common theme. Paul, Charles, Ryan, I'm not sure what you guys are hearing and seeing, but a lot of the outlaw polls I've been to, that seems to be the common theme. It wasn't the COVID year, record standing room only, but I've seen full bleachers everywhere I've been. So.
Yeah.
Adam Wilson says you could at least go Jesse Post style and use a stick figure, Cody. Cody, if you could create a little meme for yourself. So
Yes, just a little emoji or a little, what do they call those? Memoji?
Memojis. Daniel says, as of now, diesel is winning the battle of the fuels. Alcohol is for drinking. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
This has to be Jer. This has to be Jer. Another weekend and the generator survives. That has to be Jer Center. So,
Jer, bring a friggin' sledgehammer. We can fix this.
That the Pawnee City promoter Rush Schmidt said to me, or Smith, he said to me, he texted me Sunday morning, thanks for introducing me to everybody and thank you for the headache. And I said, no, you can thank Jer Setter for the headache.
Yeah.
We were sharing it out. We were sharing it. Having the Outlaw family at Pawnee City was my highlight. You guys put on a great show. Thank you. That was a blast there. Going into these small towns and seeing these big crowds, it's a hoot. So Doug was the last one to leave the fairgrounds this morning. He watched the whole farm show. Yeah, he taped the whole video, the whole farm show they had yesterday in Pawnee City. So that's cool.
Dude, that 4520 on the biggest balloon tires ever.
Yeah, I'll
holy
pull a picture
crap.
of that up.
I've never seen tires that big.
I will pull a picture of that. Hillsboro is right around the corner. Yes, it is, Chandler. I actually got a text message from the Don Slama today asking about our promoter package. So,
who's the Facebook user saying it's me?
That's
not me.
Is it Jared? It's got to be Jared. Why does it do that? I ask this every week, and I don't even. Oh, it's somebody's being funny.
Somebody's an editor or an admin.
Yes. Well, you're an admin and you're not signed in as yourself. You're signed in under the admin. It'll say that Facebook user.
Change your username or your user profile.
Oh, Falasay Ibrahim, you are going to be blocked.
Who'd you block, Paul?
No, this Falasay Ibrahim.
I'm on it.
Get it, Charles.
Done.
You gone. So while we're sitting here talking about this, we did have some stuff going on this past weekend in the polling world.
What?
Yes.
Yes, I know. Pawnee City was great, but there were some other things going on too.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Chapel Hill and the World Series of Polling?
Yes. Summit Motorsports Park.
Paul, but nobody went. There's only like 3 people there. So
Right. Couldn't you tell by the stands?
That's sarcasm, by the way. That's sarcasm, by the way. So.
I know for a fact 3 tractors went to Chapel Hill. That counts. So, yes, Chapel Hill, Red Parish, Pro Stock, Friday winner. I'm sure Colin Ross was probably watching, probably excited. He laid a hell of a pass down. Joe Ader takes the weekend sweep with the mods.
I made this one today.
The other one's better. The other one's better.
That for
this one's really good for my class.
This one's really good. That one wins.
That one's good, but I don't know. I like the diesel super stock one.
That's
the
one.
Ross one's good, but that one wins for total.
There it is.
Bruce, did you make this one, or did you make the farm stock one with the speed limit?
I made the farm stock one. Pete Gravel made this one.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's so funny. I freaking cried laughing when I saw
I
that.
told
Colin
he needed to order a new fire suit and it needed to look like that. He laughed. Hey, I looked into how much. Of anybody who's on this show right now, I have the very closest body type to John Daly. and I own a blue polo, and my beard is damn near white. If I had the pants, I could totally rock that. I looked into how much it would cost to make those pants. Oh my God. $168.
Well,
There's a GoFundMe
spent.
page that's active.
That is an investment in comedy. You should do it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this picture.
if you wanna underwrite it, we can order them tomorrow.
If they do a
Okay.
discount, do a discount for multiple orders, I'll buy a pair too.
Yeah,
Ryan,
make
will you
that
actually-
make
Bruce,
that 3.
Will you actually wear them? Will you actually wear them?
I will wear
Have you
them
met me?
No, Charles.
Excuse me?
I know you will, Charles. I've seen the cool white stuff you wear. So
I make that 3 if you're going to order them.
well, I'm
Yes,
not afraid.
I will wear them. And Cody, you know where they'll make their debut? Farm Progress.
I was going to say, if you say State Fair, that's a bad idea. But it'd be cooler
Farm Progress.
So I got it. So I came off the track in Pawnee City Saturday night. I literally just shut the tractor off, and these people watch me pull, and this little girl comes and goes, "Your tractor's my favorite tractor. I just want to sit on it." And I just grabbed her. I still had my helmet on, and I just literally just shut the tractor off, and this made my freaking night.
That's
she was
awesome.
so cute. And
That's cool.
Her parents and so awesome. So
The two girls after the poll, I mean, everything is shut down. It's just the dad and the 2 girls walking around, and each of them had a little steno notepad piece of paper, and they had like skip 2 lines and another puller's name and signature. That was like, that melted my heart to see that these 2 little girls were walking around. It's dark out, and they're still looking for pullers to get signatures. That was adorable.
That was a great post.
The crowd
That was
at
a
Pawnee
great
City was
post.
they were incredible. I mean, they were just so nice. I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome. I'm trying to find that picture that Ryan was talking about. You guys keep yakking. I'm going to find that big John Deere.
So Chapel Hill, we also had the ladies putting it to them in the 6,200-pound 4-wheel drive class.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Grant Theobald, I believe that was his first win on the Mini.
Yeah, he looked pretty pumped up Friday night.
Yes. Travis takes the win on Friday. Diesel Super. We got Kent Payne taking the win on the Diesel Super on Saturday. Adam Custer, Mini Rod, says, yeah, I'll jump in there. But then you go to Norwalk, and, you have it in your head about, there's some front runners out there and stuff. And then you see a little gal from, I believe, California.
Yep.
Jumps in a Mini Rod and says,
"Yeah,
watch this,
buddy."
And she did it again. She's like, oh, you didn't like it the first time? Let me do this again. Just an awesome weekend for her. I can't imagine how jacked up they were. And then my guy, Russ Yoder, I gave him so much grief when he could not make it to Nashville in May for the TPC because he wanted to be there. He really, really wanted to be there. He's wanted to come to Nashville, and everything has happened, and he's either not been ready or he's got, stuff at home going on. Couldn't make it in June either. Still waiting on some stuff for the tractor. They were making some changes. And apparently waiting was the right thing to do because he came out and he put it to him. Brandon Simon has got a bullseye on him. Everybody's chasing him. And Russ said, okay, I'll do it in the nicest guy fashion. And I text him. I was texting him. I'm like, oh, so you don't come and see me. I'm supposed to cut because he's like, you should have come and seen me. I'm like, every time I see you, I have to go somewhere. You can't just come to our place. And then I said, I texted him and I said, oh, so now you just go out and win while I'm not there? He's like, I told you should have come. So that was really cool to see.
Hashtag popcorn power.
Yeah. There was
that ought to be on a t-shirt. It really should.
There,
Russ Yoder, if you're listening, popcorn power.
Oh, he's in bed. No, he's not. He's probably not in bed. I could probably still text him, but one of the things that was cool you'd see in Norwalk is a lot of people were turning down hooks, and it worked out very well for him. Josh Miley did it, and Andrea made a post. It's like it was a hard thing to do, but we did it, and it worked. And I believe last puller in the class, Jeremy Nelson, comes through. So Norwalk was really cool. I was kind of bummed to see that they canceled 5 and 6, but I completely understand. If they're staring down the barrel of weather, what are you going to do? But it would have been really cool to see all those classes play out.
Can we talk about the tribute that Bill Bader Jr. offered to?
Oh
Ken
my God,
Jr.
that was awesome.
Yes,
he labeled him the man and ran down through everything, and Ken's response to that was so indicative of who he is as a man. Andrew and I were lucky enough to interview him on Sidetrack like 5 years ago. And the first words out of his mouth when Bill had finished was, "If you believe all that," and he left it dangling. But the part that was missing was the part that he said to us, which was, and that was who Ken is.
Yep.
He doesn't see himself as any of that. He's so humble, but he literally did do everything Bill talked about and is going to continue to do some pretty awesome stuff. That was I was in tears. I was watching on a live stream and mentioned that in a group chat that a few of us belong to. It just struck me. What a cool cat he and Rona are. You aspire to be something like that in motorsports. So cool.
And it's like I said, there is two sides to that. It's not only, and Bill kind of mentioned it, it's not about pulling. It is about his contribution to the sport of motorsports, not pulling or not drag racing, but just how much of an influence and a resource he's been to so many people. Just a huge, huge icon in the sport.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely done it. He's been there, done that in terms of stuff. And, people kind of question the hood or the grill. And, it's like, well, you're placing your tanks behind your motor. It's a mini rod. It's to your disadvantage to have it behind and not in the front. But if you look at, this is going to piss off everybody who loves John Deere's. If you look at the serial, or not serial number, but the model number for the cylinder heads that he produces for alcohol Hemi, well, we can't even call them Hemis because that'd be a disservice to what he's designed. The pinch head that he designs, the base model is an 806, and the top level is engraved a 1066. On Ken's Mini, it's got 1066 heads on it, and that's what grills on the front of the Mini.
Mm-hmm.
The guy just lives it, and it's awesome.
That's a cool picture right there.
That's iconic right there.
There's and the generations involved in that photo too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some stories between them.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Speaking of, you said you were going to piss off all the John Deere guys.
Oh, what are you going to set me up for next?
No, there's a rule change that came out today.
Oh, yes, that.
From NTPA, and I got some questions about it.
So did I.
Me too.
I believe August the 10th, effective August the 10th.
Yes, correct.
Injection pump lines that run from the pump to the injector have to be at least 24 inches long in the NTPA. And I got a lot of questions of why would this be a thing? So one of the things that some people don't know about apparently is the pumps, the center mount pumps. They call them center mounts or whatever, basically spacing that injection pump back to the center of that motor. What that does is shortens up the injector lines. And I'm not going to go into how it all plays out and what it does and get all technical, but there's a lot of guys that swear there's a big advantage there. Not like oh my God, I just gained 1,000 horsepower or anything, but there's some advantages to it. And the NTPA mid-season came out with a rule that they are going to start, I guess, enforcing as of August the 10th. And I thought, oh boy, let's sit back and watch the fireworks now. Because I know
is that right before Bowling Green?
I believe that
right
is
after Rockwell.
Right after Rockwell. and it will be before Bowling Green. So it's going to be interesting to see how this. I haven't seen anything on the boards and everything yet, but
you need to go look.
There's. I
Oh,
know
yeah,
there was
you
a
should
few.
probably do that.
But yes, I haven't looked since about, I don't know, 10 o'clock this morning or noon today. But that's a big deal for some guys, and that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
I mean,
And by,
just
and
looking
by
at
some
it,
guys,
like,
you mean everybody in the pro stock class that runs a Riverside and Weimer combo?
3, baby.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah,
it applies. Let's just say it applies a lot to green motors.
Yeah, I was gonna say, looking at a lot of the three most common engines you're gonna have, that this is going, and it applies to everything, trucks, everything. I don't know how you do a shorter than 24 on an IH. I don't know how you do shorter than 24 on a Cummins, but yeah, there's a color that's getting something from this. So.
Yes.
So how much is that going to mess with, I mean, the tuning of everything? I mean, are guys going to have to retune then? Or are they going to try and do that before Rockwell?
If you're pushing that far into the margins, yes, because you're going to have to go back to the dyno and reset for effective timing based on injector length line. Yeah, I think it will matter.
But so, I mean, coming into Rockwell, I mean, guys are going to want to try and get that done before Rockwell, so they at least have one time out before Bowling Green.
They'll have time out before Bowling Green after Rockwell.
Is this that? Oh, that's that Bone Twister tractor. Hey,
that's his Friday night win in Z Chapel Hill. So
where
Let's go Hawkeyes.
He went to say, wait a second, you guys need to make this dirt longer.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to pack this trailer.
That's happened before, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It has.
And this guy, wow.
Yeah.
There was a message up here
I
earlier.
I want to see Doug versus Trav. I
want to see, very badly.
I want to see Trav driving the Bone Twister back to back, not like first hook, 10th hook, just boom, boom. And it would be fun. Guys, we're going to get to the point where somebody is going to just start calling out grudge matches. And I would love to see that a lot. So
I'll let it be known that that Doug, Jeanette, and I were the last 3 up. Jason went to bed at 10 o'clock.
I went to bed at 2. Tyler Buckman said he loved our loud music, but it was time to go to bed. So we had quite a few people hanging out the trailer with us. So
yeah,
Travis says next year Nashville. So that would be, I mean it. I know Payne won Saturday night, but I just feel, and then Colin, I know Colin's chasing that alcohol thing and pissing all those guys off, but right now I think Travis and Doug, just going off of results. I know it's not fair, but consistency and winning, and it's these two tractors right here are meaner than me, and they're good. They're both good dudes. It'd be so fun to. So,
God, what I wouldn't give to have them have both of them come back to Rockwell. I know Doug can't make it, but
so here, and they're both doing their jobs. They're supporting their associations because there's not a lot of diesel supers. And I talked to Doug about this. I'm like, you need to get your butt. He's like, I can't. I got to support the Outlaws. Travis says, I got to support NTP at Grand National. And I respect that, and I get it. I skipped my hometown poll this Saturday, which got rained out anyway, but I was 9 hours from home. But I really want to run points this year, and I haven't done it since 2017. And running points is a commitment, you guys. It just is, but it's also it's nice to kind of know where you're going too, if you know what I'm saying. But it's different. It's different, and but it's all part of it. So
yeah. Well, and of course, with Norwalk and Chapel Hill, you always see it on there that, this guy went here. We want this guy. Why didn't he go here? And it's, guys pull where they want to pull for different reasons. And the worst thing that a fan can do is get on pulloff.com, whether it's, that you sign your name to it or you're anonymous, and say, well, why didn't so-and-so go here? This is a bunch of shit, you don't understand until you've been into that situation. It takes a commitment just to keep one of these tractors on the track, let alone where you run it.
Yeah.
And when you start factoring in fuel prices and points chases and there's so many variables, just be happy that they're out running somewhere. Because if you don't catch it on in person, that's what you want to see. I mean, you got YouTube, you got so many different outlets that are covering these things. You're going to see that tractor run. Don't get your butt hurt because you didn't get to see Doug Meisinger at Chapel Hill or someplace.
No, but that's what a farm show's for, and that's what we're trying to do with the Pullers Championship, guys. And that's
Correct.
why we do it in May. And this has been our dream to get Doug head to head with Trav and Payne, and Burge and all, the tough diesel supers out there. And that's what, that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it fun. So, I found those pictures of those John Deeres in Pawnee City. So here they are. So that's beefy.
That is one of the baddest 60/30s on the planet.
So are those 30.5s on the back of that thing?
Have to be.
Okay.
Yep.
And they came stock on those, right, back in the day, or that was an option, or?
I don't know that it was an option. I think the biggest you could get was a 24.5.
So I took off to head home with Hope and Kenzie, and we took the merchandise trailer to Ruth Sink's house. Thank you, Ryan, for letting us park it. I can actually see the gas gauge in Doug's truck go down pulling that trailer. So I appreciate that. So,
but yeah, those are the biggest balloons I have ever seen on the front of a tractor. I think, not the diamond treads, that 4520.
That one.
Those are just monstrous.
Yep.
Yeah, there's been some fat 4 ribs, but those might be the biggest. In terms of a balloon, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know the Fagundes very well, and I was super happy for Jesselyn. That was my takeaway. And then to see Colin, to hear that the track was good, because my last experience in my mind was that Chandler, Arizona deal when they tried that. And I remember watching that on the, whatever it was, MAV TV back then or whatever. And just to see the dirt come over the top of the mods, and I get it. You got to try these things. I'm not ripping on it, just stating the facts, but it sounds like they built a hell of a track. So, yep. Charles, could we get Bill Bader on a show, or is he just too big of a deal?
I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's going to take some work.
Okay. So where do I start with that Mary chick?
Who?
That Mary, the event
Mary.
press
Mary.
coordinator?
Mary runs their marketing.
I want him on the show. I want him on our show, and he deserves to be on our show.
Yeah. Let me see what I can do there.
Okay. I mean, we are the media outlet, guys. So, I mean, let's own it. We do this live, and they stepped out. They took a big chance. They brought polling to another national scene. I want to talk to this guy. So,
yeah, I would have really liked to have seen. I would have really liked to have seen how it would have played out, because there was a lot of buildup with some of these classes, some of these sessions that just you want to see those top guys go at it.
Yep,
guys and gals. Mm-hmm.
I was impressed that they ran the wide open track that they ran on Friday. I thought that was really cool, and I never get to see that out here. And for those of you who weren't paying attention or didn't see it, they had the track marked out to 150 foot, and they ran a 2-track show. So it was, but it was chalk marked in the middle. It was only chalk marked out to 150 foot. And after 150 foot, it was fair game. You had all 60 feet or 50 feet of dirt to play with. So if you wanted to let it float, and you wanted to just float all the way to the left and you were on the right side of the track, good to go. Get it out past 150 feet and then do your thing.
So how wide was the track, you guys think?
It was 50 feet, because they had 5 foot on either side, and it was a 60-foot wide strip of asphalt.
Okay.
So I thought it was cool. I think it changed the strategy for some guys. I think it definitely played into the mini class.
I mean, can we really talk about what is most important? Who sells $1 or a pound of ice cream?
Holy crap! I want ice cream so bad.
Nobody, and it's amazing.
I cannot understand. I cannot understand the economics of this because I live around a bunch of dairy farms. I'm like, how is this possible?
That's what they live on.
Yeah, Bill said
You'll
that they
stand in
lose money
line
on it every
forever.
year.
I would have gone just for the ice cream.
You know, I went down there for NHRA weekend a month ago, and the place was rammed full of people. You'll wait in line to get your $1 pound of ice cream.
What's the best flavor?
I don't know. I didn't wait that long.
Cold.
You dumbass. We should just ask Leroy because I know he had some.
I had stuff to do. It wasn't. There was better things for me to do than ice cream, but I know it's worth it.
I thought it was funny. Dan was calling out Leroy for eating ice cream.
They sounded great. I did listen to them on Friday night. They did a great job.
They did do a good job.
Here's Kenzie just sent me Doug's pass Saturday night. He went 372 to win the class Saturday night. So I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to play it for you guys. This is at Pawnee City, Nebraska. The Diesel Supers hooked right before the 4-1s did. So it was fun. I was up there by the track watching. So I actually scaled early so I could watch them.
Holy beard in the background, by the way.
Well, how? So you
like
Santa
Claus is there?
Goals.
Right? I'm not shaving my beard at Gordyville this year.
I must not have the right sound turned on. I must have it on the wrong screen. Sorry, guys.
Man, when that tractor hooks up, it's something else, isn't it?
Yeah. So that thing it's mean. I can't wait for the Polaris Championship. Oh, shoot. Okay. Jason sent you, that is Jer. He sent me a pic, a deer mid-mount pic. Okay. You guys keep talking. Let me get that picture up, please. Give me a second. Paul, say something. Charles?
Something.
Speaking of ice cream.
Saw that coming.
Speaking of ice cream, what about the cookies at the Iowa State Fair, Ryan? You know, those are kind of wait in line type of atmosphere too.
Barksdale's, yeah, that's an institution.
When when they're good enough that they have now built a building specifically to make chocolate chip cookies out of.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Where's Waldo type thing? Where's the cookie stand? Because they moved it every couple of years, it seemed like. And now it's got its own brick building and everything.
Yep,
can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I should try to. I should try to blow it up, shouldn't I?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
So this is what Paul and Charles were talking about, Ryan earlier. Give me a second. I'll key this. There it goes. So this is the mid-mount thingamajig.
Yep.
So these lines right here have to be 2 feet, you said?
24 inches.
Okay. And they just announced that today?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Middle of the season.
Okay. Question time, Charles. When's the last time we've had something like this in the middle of the season before?
It was a competition rule. Honestly, I don't know.
Competition, yeah. The only thing I can think of is a safety rule that would
safety rule.
Yeah,
right.
That happens.
But a competition rule, I don't remember any.
Makes me wonder what sparked this whole conversation of why we need it in the middle of the season.
Well,
I have theories. I have theories, but I'm not going to share them.
Yeah, no, we don't need to get caught up in that. We'll just work.
No, we don't. No, we don't. It's unfortunate. I think about guys like Coons and Cope, where they got a pump in the V, and it's on a Perkins, and it's short over the top, and like what Wagler's developing with the Duramax P pump, and I just go, hey, man, it's like initially when I first heard about it earlier today, I've been going, man, is there a safety reason why this is like what kind of safety situation would create something like this? I just couldn't come up with a scenario, and I haven't sorted it out. I haven't figured it out. I don't know. I'm not like, I know what I said earlier, but it's not about the JD guys. It has nothing to do with them, because it's not really even them directly that necessarily it is disadvantageous for. There's some V8 guys where it's a concern for. I'm sure there's a bunch of other guys that's like, the phones are going to light up at Riverside, Scheid, Hypermax. If it's time to buy stock in fuel injector line, stainless fuel injector line, now's the time. I wondered when I thought about this, had there been something at Chapel Hill, because it's coming from NTPA, so that's why I'm picking that in that event. Had there been something where like a guy had a line leak and they just got out the pipe cutters and chopped it off, reflared it, stabbed it on, it was short, it leaked, it led to a big fire? That didn't happen. So I'm trying to come up with a safety reason, and I didn't. So I don't know why it's there, but it is, and so we'll just have to go on.
I'm not sure who this is. It might be Jared, it might be somebody else. But he said he's heard anywhere from 40 to 100 horsepower advantage. Colin had talked about. Oh, Colin said heard it's worth 50 horse on a hot farm. 50 horse on a hot farm is that's a lot.
That's a little bit, yeah.
That's still a lot, but not like a hot farm. Holy crap! So.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like with Charles of why is it in the middle of the season? Like, why, unless there's something specific rule change for a safety reason, why is it done in the middle of the season, not wait?
Well, here's Friday night Chapel Hill pros. Rhett Parrish 1, Schmucker 2, Stone 3, Schmucker 4, Russell 5, Ammon 6, Schrammick, Wagler, Couch, Corey Bob, Tim Kane, Carlton Cope, Julia Ray. But you guys, something had to have been going on before Chapel Hill for them to pull the plug on this, don't you think?
I don't know.
Do they have a couple weeks off, like to do this now or not?
I don't think so. I mean, you're not going to come up with you're not going to come up with a pump extension drive that fast. So no, I got to believe this is something that's been going on.
Brandenburg, Kentucky is this weekend.
Okay. There's no Champions Tour hook though, right? So
no, not for pros. They have Evansville Friday night, and then they're off Saturday.
How far is Evansville from Waterloo?
Short enough that anybody that pulls at Evansville can make it to Waterloo and still have time to take a nap in the afternoon.
Okay.
Bingo.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. I know one of my sponsors, Hearts, was pretty happy to see Whiskey Wild finish on top Saturday night. I got some text messages from the Hearts boys, so they were happy about that. So, and then, yeah, does Chapel Hill do like a cool award, or what do they do? Like if you see
chair,
the director's chairs.
Okay, what do those look like?
Director's chairs.
Director's chair.
Canvas and wood director's chair.
Go to Kent Payne. Kent Payne had a picture on his page.
Super Rooster Motorsports, right?
Yeah.
Think a cloth bar stool with arms.
Yeah.
Do we have Payne's run? Do we have video of that at all?
It was on his page.
If he got Travis, he was hauling ass. So.
If I remember right, Roos, when we went through Boyd's shop, they had a bunch of them.
Wouldn't surprise me. There you go. That's what
and
he's
that's
sitting
what
right
I said
there.
to that Travis Schlab, I'm going to kick your ass Saturday night. He said, oh, I'm not. It'd be funny to do. Charles, what was that? What was the show with the movie Behind the Heads? And they were talking.
Oh, Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yes. We have to do this with these guys some night. Like, I want to get like a Schlaba head and a Kent Payne head and like somebody else and like just put the moving mouths in there.
Is that Darren Hartwell in the orange shirt?
Yeah.
Pretty good for you, dude.
He doesn't he announce with you at Whatchamajig?
Yeah, he does a few events with me. He'll be at Rockwell. He does UCC with me.
Yep.
Yep.
Good man.
Him and Clark, right?
Yeah.
Are we gonna let Clark loose in the audience again this year?
Oh yes, we are definitely going to do that.
I wonder how many dollar bills he's gonna bring.
Hopefully a lot, because he lost some at UCC.
That's what I heard.
What's the story?
Jason, Chris Clark likes to make dollar bets with random people in the audience.
I know he wouldn't spend more than $1 because I
he did spend more than $1 at UCC.
Oh, he spent like 50 of them and lost a lot.
It was more than 50.
Was it really?
Did he throw down 500 with Larson about
what?
Well, that's
Chris
more
Clark?
than $1.
Chris Clark?
It was either 100 or 500 about what Justin Ziegler would do on the dyno if we go over 3,000 or not, and Ziegler obviously smacked the hell out of that number.
Right.
Yeah, he lost.
So he's coming to Rockwell to rob Rockwell's fans.
Well, I mean, he hasn't shown good judgment so far, so.
Must have been on the NTPA page. I saw the run. I think it was the NTPA.
Is this? No, that's that looks like Rock Valley. That one.
Go to NTPA, their page, and see if it was on there.
Yeah, they usually do the winners. Schlabot has sent me a picture of his chair. NTPA, there it is.
And Jason, for the record, Kent Payne has made passes in Rockwell 2020.
Yes.
Oh, I know. Travis is my hero because he's from Marengo, so that's just where I was born.
Yeah.
He's my guy. So, okay, this is let's watch some pro stocks, guys. We like pro stocks.
Let's run Friday night.
Chapel Hill.
Who's the gal jumping there? Do you guys recognize her?
Go to the clip again.
Right there.
That's Natalie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's either Natalie or his girlfriend.
No, that's Natalie, I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Schmucker, Franklin.
Where in the hell did I see that?
Jesse Petro.
Merkel says go to Allison's page.
Okay. Thank God for Facebook so we can get videos, guys. So.
Thank God for Colin, who does nothing but scour the internet for videos.
There is that.
That was 2018.
God, yeah. What a fireball.
That was a bad weekend for Iowa's diesel supers because Tab did the same thing the night after.
Yeah, but that picture though, wow.
Yeah, that's kind of iconic.
Vanderholm, where's your picture of Lauren Paulson's tractor from Saturday night in Pawnee?
Yeah, that was an awesome post that you made about that.
Well, it's just kind of true.
What is it about tractors, diesel tractors, when they blow the bottom out, giant fireball? When they launch the top out, no fireball?
That's a good question.
Good question. Maybe it was
proximity to oil.
I know I saw that.
That's the thing I was thinking. Like, proximity to the heat source. The heat source leaves, so like it's proximity to ignition source goes away.
In the Grand National Points standings, in a fourth there last night.
Oh, he was moving.
Yeah.
That's a good clean pass. This is the poll that Esden Lane said, like, they're the nicest in the whole, like, anywhere he's ever been, Chapel Hill. So I've
heard that from multiple people that they said the hospitality there is unbelievable.
Hot oil on the bottom.
Yeah, but that oil don't spray up like that. I mean, it sprays, but to create a fireball like that, I don't know.
This is worth watching again, Super Rooster. Sorry. I'm happy for Kent.
Comes in tonight third in the Grand National Points standings. In a fourth there last night. Comes in tonight third in the Grand National Point standings.
Ken had a nice little visor flip there at the end, just flips her up. So, okay. From the boss.
I think Kent had just a tiny bit more weight up front than he normally does, because normally he's like a foot higher in the air. He kind of rocks back, not quite like Connie Molnick's, but he rides it up there a little bit.
So Trav says you take 10,000 psi cylinder pressure and put in an oil pan, which then atomizes the oil into smaller molecules.
That makes perfect sense.
Yes, but is 10,000 the right number? To me, that might be low.
Travis has monitors on everything. If he says 10,000, I'll agree with that.
Cylinder pressure is extremely challenging to monitor.
Yes.
Very
unless you have a Corsa data logger, Paul.
No.
Cody
you saw what you saw the softball that I threw up there.
They don't have glow plugs. They don't have glow plugs to plug in a pressure sensor. So you gotta find another way. But
to tap a hole in to probe that cylinder is not the hard part. It's finding something that will withstand that amount of pressure and heat
without unthreading itself.
Yes, it is. God
Trav
awful
said that's slow. Quit arguing. Trav said it's slow. Paul?
No, I mean I'm thinking way low.
Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
and when you blow one up, it launches the heat source away from its ignition material, so to speak. And thank God it does, because of what all of us lived through.
Well, you got 6 little PSI bombs. Yes, that's a more accurate statement.
Yeah, Travis, I do agree with that statement. 100%.
The only way to do it is theoretical as of right now, and it is really hard to calculate because there are so many variables.
Yeah, that's true. But I do agree with what Travis says.
No,
I think they're up there with Nitro.
It is stupid high,
and for different reasons, which is like going super nerd, and Anyway, different. That's a winner. That'll be a winner show. We could go nerd on that, but
we're going to Marengo, and we're doing one live with Trav. He's been one of our best contributors. So that's where
I have someone that wants to nerd out with us. So if we want to do like a little sidebar discussion about that and recast blocks and stuff like that, I got a guy lined up already.
Yeah, we could do that. That'd be awesome.
He's already asked.
Well, we do need to do that this winter. I think we are. I mean,
I've thought about like a tech, not like digging into numbers and setups and stuff like that, but just doing a technical show.
Not that any of them will actually tell us the truth.
Well, but I mean, like just high level stuff. We're not going to dive into. Well,
I don't give a shit about like the 10,000 foot view. Let's dive in. Let's go.
Show me what your piston cut looks like.
No, nobody's going to do that.
I'll ask. I don't care. You guys might be.
You can ask, but their guys will be like, yeah, move on.
Yeah.
You just took the happy toy out of the Happy Meal for Charles, Paul.
Oh no, he's already seen a lot of this stuff.
Yes,
yeah, that's the bad part. I'm dangerous enough to know what wrong questions to ask. But it also makes me also equally dangerous enough to obfuscate and find out what I want to know anyway.
I'm way the wrong person to ask.
Kyle, God, I hope not.
I'll
just leave it at that.
What was that one? I was just flipping through stuff I haven't put on the screen yet, guys. Oh, do you believe PPL will adopt it during the 2022 season? No.
I think this rule is going to be
this one will go through
discussed and talked about a lot more before anybody does anything with it.
So what does the NTPA do? They just throw it out on the website and the Facebook page, and then they make a press release?
It was a press release on the Facebook page today.
Well, cool. Okay, so did we cover Norwalk enough? It's a great event, great facility. There was more people there than it looked like because they hold 30,000 people. Is that?
I hope they,
And we
I
all
hope they do
want,
it again.
and we all wanted ice cream.
30,000.
We all
Yep.
want ice cream, and
Yep.
we want to get Bill Bader on.
Yep.
Right.
And Charles, that one's all yours. I just want him on our show.
I'll see what I can do.
When we interview him, that's you, baby. That's professional Charles time when we get somebody like that on. So, what else? Chapel Hill was awesome, right? Travis said it was sold out Saturday night.
Yeah.
Is Trav winning diesel super points? Trav, are you winning diesel super points? I would assume he is.
He's got to be up there.
Are there any big surprises this year in any of the national stuff, guys? Do you guys see anything like who's that or anything shocked you?
No.
Not really.
I actually, no, not a surprise, but maybe a surprise to others. Jake Shepard is, I believe, currently number 3 in two-wheel drive points with alcohol addiction, but he and his dad, Ray, have been around the sport a very long time and got the truck back and kind of went through everything, sort of took a step back, ran a mini rod through last year and let the two-wheel drive sit, but they didn't forget how to drive a two-wheel drive truck. So that might be a name that maybe people are kind of looking at results and going, who the hell is this? But from my neck of the woods, not a surprise to see them having the success. No, not at all.
Awesome.
Charles, you want to talk about Keener?
Yeah, we can do that.
They bought a two-wheeler?
Frank Keener bought Dave Coughlin's final drive. They're calling it Sauced Up. It's a T-bucket Hemi truck. Jim Martell chassis. Dave ran it super hard in Region 2. And, yeah, that's it. Super hard in Region 2. Got an invite to Farm Machinery Show this past winter. But Dave is involved in a metals business, specifically like machine-grade aluminum. And their company, and if I'm misquoting this, I'm sure Dave or Lisa will correct me on this, but they've been super successful in the Asian markets and have really grown the business. And Dave decided, you know what, I got to take a step away. I've had a great time. He ran modifieds for a lot of years, went up to two-wheel drive, did well in Wolverine State and Region 2. It's one of only 2 pulling vehicles I can literally say I've slept with, slept under it.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Yeah.
Stop.
Wow. Oh, like you've never done it.
Let's maybe choose your words a little better there, Charles.
I'm being honest about it. I slept
Maybe
under the
we
front
should
tire.
talk about something else.
Slept on the front tire. Proud of it. I might even be photos somewhere. Anyway, it was time to step away.
I don't think a truck, not slept with a truck.
Next to a truck. I think it's
better.
time, but it was time for him to step
out of
away
the
and
gutter,
grow his
Paul.
business. So he bailed on it, and he did not sell the hauler. Still has that. So I don't think we're done seeing Dave Coughlin out there pulling. But for the meantime, Keeners are gonna have a good time with it. It's good running truck, well sorted. The other one, if anybody's wondering, it was a light limited super, and it's now Chalmers. So,
So you had an affair. Did you, Charles? Oh, shoot.
The other one from Pawnee City that was shocking was the Wapsicat. That thing came out running at Pawnee City. Wow.
So that got bought, right? And then Meisinger built the new motor for it. Is that the deal?
Yeah. Look out.
They jumped in the super stock class to make a pass Saturday night. The old Wampus Cat sounds mean. So.
Okay, is it a super now or is it still a pro?
It's a pro. He just wanted. It was close to home, and they were looking for a pass. So.
Got it. Okay.
Yep, they made an exhibition. So. There is Cody's picture of Lauren Paulson, and that just makes you want to cry because that's only got 3 passes on it or 6 passes on it.
Not very many.
That.
We had Rock Valley, Wayne, Pawnee City. I don't remember if there's one before that or not, but
no, because it came back to Wednesday before Rock Valley.
Okay, look at the kid, like where the V goes up on the right side. This kid in an orange shirt. See his facial expression? He's got the O face.
The O face.
Oh,
look at Lauren's face.
Like we don't.
He's like,
we don't want that to.
Again.
We don't want that to be the reason somebody makes that face, but that's a fan for life right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
Lauren's face shield went from being up to being down, because there's in the series of photos there's about 5 of them, and in the first like 3 of them the face shield's up, and then there's the ball of fire in front of his face where you don't see his face in the next frame, and then the frame after that it's down. So
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Man. And there was a couple of them that when they went by and they got some flames going, they got real warm when we're sitting that close. So yeah. But I mean it's heartbreaking because it don't matter who it is or what class or of any sort. I mean, we know parts are short, we know everything's tough, and it just sucks the life out of pulling when you're fighting problems or you're, whether it be tractors, trucks, cars, whatever, like racing, anything, like you fighting issues, or especially when parts are tough, it just takes the fun out of it. So
yeah, and he just got that back together.
Yep. And it made a solid pass at Rockwell too, or Rock Valley too.
And this is kind of one of the reasons that and I know that Charles and I have done this, we kind of become dicks when the first person makes the comment, "Where's the video?" You know what? Shut up.
Yeah.
They put heart and soul and a hell of a lot of money into this. You don't need to just sit and gawk at an ambulance chase and the whole accident on the side of the road thing.
Hey,
don't do it.
What's the name? Is it the 2-wheel drive trucks that burnt up Friday night on the way to Montgomery?
Slightly Van Beeks, the Slightly Twisted.
Okay,
yeah.
This is so. Cody, did you get the full story on this?
So I'm not exactly sure all the details, but I did talk to Taylor a little bit, and it started on fire when they're going down the road, type of thing.
Yep. And then when they got out, they opened the doors to the trailer to get the trucks out, and then all that air ran in, and it just.
Well, they about had it out, and they opened the back doors thinking they're going to get the trucks out, and that's when it just took off. And haven't heard anything about what caused it or whatnot, anything of that nature, but yeah,
they were literally just down the road from the pole, guys.
Yeah.
Yes,
thank you. They had just spent a bunch of money getting stuff for the engines and the paint and all that stuff, like pristine looking, and they were running hard too. So yeah, I like the comment. I believe it's on this post that said, or maybe it's the next one or something, that says that you never know, never say never, we might be back out again, type of thing. So that just shows the determination of that.
I can't imagine that they're going to be out unless they've got a pair of spare frames and motors and everything. I mean, God, structural integrity of those things would be so suspect at this point.
Done. Yeah, those trucks are done.
I mean, that's
completely. Maybe not that one.
There's stuff that can be saved, but there's stuff that can't be, or it would be, like you say, suspect, that you just don't want to take a chance with.
No.
To go through that kind of a heat cycle, it's just it's too risky.
But yeah, I saw that comment too, Cody. Yeah, it's amazing. Nobody actually asked for the video of that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll shut up. I'll get off my high horse about that.
That didn't happen during competition, so
Oh, right.
No, but okay, here's my deal. You know, back before I knew everybody in the sport of anything, yeah, that was the cool part because you don't think about it. You just think if this is fire, this is something exciting going down the track, and you know, something it wasn't boring, whatever you want to talk about. But until you start to get to know the people and they become family, and that's what my point is. Like, go to the pits, talk to them, get to know them. I mean, they're human. They like talking about stuff. Ask them questions. You got questions on. I don't care if you're 16 years old and you want to do something in your diesel truck. Ask one of the pullers in the diesel class. I'm sure they can give you some cheap mod that you can do to. I mean, just talk to them, and you'll start to realize it's way different than just seeing fire explosion. It's they become very close with you, and I don't know. I'll get off the soapbox.
No, it's fine. If you guys want to see their Facebook page, I'm putting it into the comments right now. Go maybe send them a message and tell them good luck. And I don't know, just sucks. So
pop that last comment when you're done, would you? That one about
Jerry?
No. Shut up, Jerry. No, Roger makes a good point though. That could have been a whole lot worse.
This one?
But Logan, you don't understand how hot that fire got. It's not just that didn't just burn off the paint.
Does Logan know these guys though?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. But
Logan's watching on YouTube, so I don't know his profile. I don't know if he lives in Rock Valley or if he's close to them or not.
My perspective is that before that fire got out, that metal got glowing orange hot. And if it's glowing orange hot, that means that the metal has rearranged its molecules and it ain't as strong as it was.
It looked like a V8 Massey?
Yeah, more or less, maybe hotter and thinner metal.
I do know that the fire departments, I think, got it out quicker than. I mean, they were very responsive and got it out really quick compared to what it could. I mean, it could have been a lot worse from the sounds of it. So.
Well, if it didn't melt tires off, that's pretty impressive because it's usually the first thing to go. I mean, I know I got the front tires, but yeah, if it didn't get tires hot enough to melt, then that's a good sign for at least the back half of the truck.
Right. Speaking of V8 Masseys, I believe one of them popped another charger. I think Sleipner got one this weekend, didn't he?
Yeah, Logan, the people were okay. Yep. Yeah, that makes you want to throw up. I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah, a whole lot.
That would suck. Bad.
And for those of you who never saw those trucks, because I know lots of you don't follow the naturally aspirated two-wheel drives. Oh, the paint jobs on those things were so pretty. The Van Beeks took such pride in their paint work, and they were just beautiful. One was purple, one was bright green. Oh, they were beautiful.
Here, I got pictures right here, guys.
Yeah.
Roger says 1,221 degrees to melt aluminum. So. So there's Twisted Sister. That was the first one you saw in the video. And then there's Twisted Sister again, and I showed the other ones. Yeah, so they were good-looking trucks. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they really were.
Tammy won Saturday night in Pawnee City, and her grandkids were there. So she was pretty pumped up. So.
That a girl, Tammy.
She said she was doing it for them. She came over and talked to me. So.
All right, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah, I think so. Charles, what's on your agenda this coming week?
I have a very busy week coming up. Tomorrow night, I will be in West Michigan and Holland at the Ottawa County Fairgrounds with the West Michigan Pullers, all their points classes.
Nice.
I believe a 7 o'clock start. and we're going to run through them. Thursday night, I will be down in Sidney, Ohio, Shelby County Fairgrounds, 2 tracks side by side. The pit side track will be Ohio State Antique Tractor Pulling Association, 4 classes. The grandstand side will be the Central Ohio Tractor Pulling Association with, I believe, 7 classes. Everything from Pro Farm, couple truck classes, diesel gas, mix, V8 hot rods, you name it, we're going to run it. And then Friday and Saturday, weather permitting, with Sunday as a rain day, I will be in Crossville, Tennessee, Crossville Dragway, Outlaw Diesel Super Series for drag race. So that's my week.
Paul Romack.
Tomorrow night there's Highland, Illinois ITPA.
Your tractor?
No, 618ers. Fingers crossed that the rain goes through, but don't look at the weather forecast. Saturday, Waterloo. Monday, Altamont. So that's the ITPA.
Next Monday?
Next Monday. I can go live.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the one you did. Because I remember Leroy was announcing, wasn't he, Charles?
I've done a bunch of
All
them.
went live?
Yes. I've done a bunch of them during those. But yes, Altamont is Monday night. And then Altamont also on Wednesday night next week. I will be on the mic with Leroy. Leroy's going to do the PPL. We've got Silver Series, Limited Pros, 4-1s, I think a diesel truck class. Can't really remember. And then I've got the local classes, mile-an-hour classes and stuff like that. And then after that, I don't really know where we're going. It's just try to figure out what day is what. We got to get Bernie's back together. We had some issues in the drive line. Ours, we're still waiting on parts, which sounds like they're going to be here anytime. So looking to tear ours down and try to get some power out of it before the year ends. But we'll see.
Nice. Big Rye?
Busy-ish week for me, I think. Indianola on Thursday, Council Bluffs on Friday, and Warrensburg on Saturday.
Awesome.
I think.
Awesome. That's fine. I know how it goes. Cody?
At the moment, the only set in stone will be Council Bluffs on Friday. We either have a Smoke-a-Palooza, kind of a friends deal type thing where everybody gets together and we have basically a cook-off. It's supposed to be on like during the day on Saturday and whatnot, and then Saturday night Atlantic has their PPL show, and so I might be going there too. So we'll see.
Council Bluffs, is that PPL?
Yeah, Western Series.
Gotcha.
Cody, do you know how to cook?
Huh?
Do you know how to cook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan, when somebody comes to your house, they let you cook because you're always posting pictures of food. So. No comment or what?
No comment. I do post pictures of food. If I was a good cook, which I'm not, but if I went to Roos's house, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, Roos, let me make you supper." Like I ate a bunch of your wife's cookies yesterday, and they were delicious. You know what I'm saying? This is true.
This is true. Paul, are you going to Washington, Missouri next week?
As of right now, I don't have any plans to go to Washington, but who knows? That could change.
Okay. Charles, me. It's my turn. Dad is driving the Remedy Wednesday night in Mercer, Missouri, and Thursday night in Indianola, Iowa. My son is buying a house. So we're going to co-sign for him up in Oshkosh, and then I'm going to catch up with the tractor Friday night in Corydon, Iowa, and then Saturday night in Warrensburg, Missouri. And I really want Steve Shackelford to have a big crowd because I've been talking to Steve for months and asked us for help, and I hope we promoted it well. I mean, so Ryan, that facility is just badass, I guess, huh? So
it is. There's a lot of room. It's a nice wide open track. He wasn't kidding when he said the dirt was really good. That I've watched 2 shows there, and track has never come apart once. I mean, they were hooking, the dirt held together and the track stayed consistent. Didn't matter what you were running on or what side of the track you were running.
Awesome. Well, guys, another great show. Thank you for spending every Monday night with us. We're very, very grateful for you, all of your support for the sport of truck and tractor pulling. I want to thank Steve Shackelford, our first guest. Again, Warrensburg, Missouri, this Saturday, the 30th. Jeff Gertner was our second guest. Mercer, Missouri, this Wednesday. And then Gene Stuff, Waterloo, Illinois. Paul helped us with that interview down the road there. And 7,500 smokes to win the Pro Stock class, 5,000 to win the two-wheel drive class. So Adam Wilson, see you next week. Roger Ruthie, thank you. Hopefully he gets his tractor out soon. Can't wait to see that. That's all I got, guys. So peace out.
All right. See you.
Thanks,
See you guys. Later.
Are you interested in promoting or increasing the attendance of your truck and tractor pull event? My name is Jason Schultz, owner of the Beer Money Pulling Team, which has over 1.3 million followers across Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Our goal is to grow the sport of truck and tractor pulling and increase the awareness of the sport through our social media presence and highly engaged audience. We want to partner with you and help you grow the attendance of your event. We have a ton of promotional opportunities available and a full-time social media coordinator to make sure your investment is taken care of. For more information on promotional opportunities, give me a call, 608-604-5068.